lost it in your basement, and then we came to this back room and annoyed the shit out of my wife, and now we're here 6 months later. Adam, you had a very long, strange trip through the 6 months as well, my friend.
Absolutely, yeah. For about 4 right around 4 months of it, I was in another state. So
literally,
glad
you're
to be back.
in 2 other states. You were living in one, working in another,
and then I ended up moving from that one to the other. So and I'd have to every time I came, it was 3-state trip. Every time I came up here, so decided to close the gap.
Yeah.
So now I'm living in Clay's basement.
Hell yeah! Hey, that thing is nice, man.
Oh, I got it like a whole other.
The
house
dungeon,
down there.
yeah, the dungeon is done right. Let's say the least. I mean, he's got a rug that, let me tell you,
it ties the room together.
Ties the whole room together.
If somebody came down there and peed on it, I'd probably be pretty upset.
Yeah, I would dare to say that we would have to go to a millionaire's house and ask him for one of his.
Honestly, it'd probably be like a whole movie of like things. We'd have to start bowling and stuff.
We'd probably have a guy that would be pissed off all the time, talking about World War II vet.
Yeah, and then we'd have like
I'll take that role.
A dude.
I'll take that role. I feel like that could definitely be a good role for you. Know who's Donnie?
I think it'd be Andy.
Andy dies. Andy, you don't want to die. Andy's not dying. All right, but thank you again for tuning in for another great episode that we have on stock today. We have the Harlem Globetrotter, Chillicothe, Malik London coming on here in a little bit. And then we have the next up-and-coming star for Chillicothe Cavaliers, Caydon Cox, coming on. Now, that's one I'm really excited about, man. I've been hearing about this kid for a couple of years now, going through the junior high, coming up, now being on the varsity. They kind of came out slow, but they've kind of gotten together now. I think they've won like 3 of their last 4, the last one being against somebody's alma mater on this
yeah, it was a 4-point game.
Yeah,
I believe, but yeah, it was a good one.
It was a real turning point for them, but that's a good Vinton County team to say the least. Those over the winter breaks, man. Those games are kind of hard because it's not like you're going to school every single day, staying in a rhythm. You're just waking up, laying around all day, then showing up playing a game.
Yeah. What phrase did you use the other day?
Banquet belly.
Banquet belly. knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, get a little bit of banquet belly. Yeah,
I got banquet belly at like 365.
No, talking about Waverly, just coaches and things like that.
Well, yeah,
like,
when
it
you
really
said
was.
it,
You saw who maybe was doing a little bit more during their time over Christmas break.
See who, you guys be the judge of who had banquet belly over there at that Piketon Waverly game by going back and watching it on. What, our channel?
I think our channel. Yeah, it was our channel. Our channel had it on there. The Ride the Wave YouTube channel. And while you're there, why don't you hit that subscribe and like
calm
button.
down. Yeah. I just want to apologize for being biased. Okay?
Yeah.
We were getting roasted.
No, I know.
I picked
we
Waverly
are
all of a sudden.
Biest.
Yeah, we were buying into Piketon, I guess. I bought into Waverly.
Apparently,
I bought the wrong ticket.
How? We literally be called, what were we, meat riders? I've never ridden meat in my entire life.
And I'm just we're an SVC-based network. Yeah. Like, what do you talk? We were like
Adam picked Waverly.
I picked Waverly. I guess I picked the wrong ticket. My fault.
He literally told me and you that we could at least be on the same losing team together.
Yeah.
But how dare you be biased?
Yeah, I know. Like I said, bought into the wrong team. Sorry.
How did you get? Hey, did you at least cash out your bet?
No, it was in no returns.
Oh my gosh,
no
dude! Speaking of bets, the over/under for that Georgia Florida State game was 41.5. Georgia had 63.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, personally, if 27 people are just going to opt out, maybe you guys don't deserve to go to the championship.
Yeah.
Back in my day, when I was in school, it would be, we're going to stay and prove them wrong. Now it's, who cares?
Yeah. Now, you know who does care? Joe freaking Flacco, bro. He is taking my Browns on a nice ride to the playoffs. Your Eagles are not going to be there.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I agree with everything you're saying about Flacco, but to say that he
cares. He cares.
He's falling asleep on the sideline.
No.
Yeah,
He's got 5 kids, Tony.
Listen.
He's got 5 minutes to himself. He's going to get some Z's.
As Twitter said, when you're going against Ed Reed and Ray Lewis and Suggs every day for 10 years, the Jets ain't shit. Okay?
I love how much him and Amari Cooper are getting along.
Him and Amari Cooper are him and Anquan Bolden.
Well, I also feel like Amari Cooper's the type of receiver that needs that style of quarterback, like just a true quarterback. Having Dak Prescott and different guys like that, I mean, who was the Raiders quarterback when he started out there? Bum Nation. It wasn't.
Yeah, dude, I
it
don't
wasn't,
know.
It was
Home
Pete-
Nation.
Yeah,
No, I think it was-
Love
it
Nation
was like-
seems pretty accurate.
It was like Nathan Peterman or something after his Bills tenure. I'm
Yeah,
not kidding. It was like awful.
dude, 5 interceptions in one half.
And then Deshaun, they're all kind of the same style quarterbacks when you talk Dak Prescott, Deshaun, and things like that. Getting a just traditional, let me beat my man kind of quarterback.
Yeah,
really
well,
helping him out.
see, honestly, earlier this year, I traded away Amari Cooper strictly because of the fact I didn't trust Deshaun Watson to be able to get him the
Alabama's
ball.
up 7-0.
And it's kind of been that way almost all year. But now Joe Flacco's there, and immediately he breaks records, drops like 53 points or something like that.
I don't know, but dude,
And even the picks he's been throwing, a lot of them, a couple of them through the hands. One of them, like, just receivers getting blown up, which is not really, you don't want to say it's not his fault. Maybe he could have thrown a better ball, quote unquote. But even that 3-interception game, it was like, dude.
Well,
this
Clay
was
and I
not
were
a bad
talking
game.
earlier. We feel like, or at least I 100% personally feel like if it's a tip pass, it should not count as an interception to the
it should be
quarterback.
like an error in baseball.
Yeah, it should be like an error. The interception still counts for the defensive player for their stat line, but
How's
it
the
should
quarterback's fault if
it tips off of my hands and
Yeah.
you catch it because
he threw a
Clay
great ball, the
great-
wide receiver
yeah.
just sucks,
Yeah.
doesn't catch it, and then the
It's like a drop pass, not interception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'll
It-
go
it
as
should-
a drop
it should-
pass,
yeah.
but it's like after it's dropped.
well, it's like in
it's
baseball.
not the
Whenever
quarterback's
if
fault.
you hit it to the third baseman, the third baseman decides third in the stands.
I don't
It's not a
almost-
hit; it's
yeah.
an error.
I would almost want to rule it as like, hey, that's a fumble for the wide receiver, almost
Yeah.
tip pass, catch,
And then
like,
a fumble recovery / pick for the other.
But I
other
would
team.
like maybe just a little bit of like a little gray area to where it's like if it's just an egregious throw, you're just like, shut up, you still get a
Dude,
pick.
Yeah, if it's a bad
Hold
throw,
on.
yeah, no, like for sure. But
You want to talk about egregious, Andy? I just sent you these videos on MVD's Facebook. If you can pull them up real quick. This dude, I think his name's Sir Yacht on Twitter. He literally ate an egg, a raw egg, every single time that there was a touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. Now, my nephew, shout out Caydon Sparks. He was at the game in the dog pound there on Thursday, and I dare I say this stuff was disgusting. I think we got it coming up here for you. Literally, when I say raw egg, I mean like he was cracking it on his head and eating it raw for every single touchdown that they had going on. I mean, that has to be salmonella or something, right? You gotta be
yeah,
puking.
salmon vanilla. For
Salmon
sure.
vanilla for sure on that. I mean, Tony, if someone looked at you and said, "Hey, every single time the Eagles score a touchdown, you have to eat a raw egg," would you or would you not do it?
Depending on if they guaranteed me like a playoff W, I'd do it. But I mean, who knows?
I don't
Those
know if
eggs could be
it's
the reason you
guaranteed
guys
to play
clinched.
a W to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, then I do it.
You would do it.
Now the reason why is because again, if you can guarantee me that playoff spot, so if anything, you should be not patronizing this man, but thanking him because he ate those eggs is the exact reason you guys won.
He ate eggs, and that's why we won.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the correlation there.
You
I
don't
think
mess with
that's-
tradition. If he wouldn't have ate an egg after one of those touchdowns, he's like, I ate 5 eggs.
What happens if you run out of eggs, though? Did you have to? He had to have brought a whole carton,
Yeah,
right?
you make somebody go to the store and get one. I mean, you talk to one of the people at the staff of the stadium. I think that they're gonna do it. They're gonna be like, hey, we'll get you some eggs in here, buddy.
So here we go. Here's the first touchdown.
Oh, he looks like a goober.
I mean, where's Waldo?
Yeah, he looks
Just
like a goober.
pounding. Yeah, that's the first touchdown. He had 4 of these.
Yeah, this guy looks like a goon for real. Like
Shout out to my nephew for he just.
Oh,
was
he's
sending me
cracking
this.
them. I thought they
He's
were like
literally-
hard-boiled eggs.
No,
he's just cracking them
he's
like
cracking them,
Rocky
eating
style.
the yolk and everything.
Oh, cracking
Look,
on
that
that,
one-
that
that's-
doesn't count.
Yeah,
That doesn't count.
number 2, he
Boo.
cracks it on his head. Boom, eats it.
Yeah, he still gets it.
That's disgusting.
No, I think that's honestly that right there was impressive. He cracked it, caught the rest of it with the other side of the shell.
And here's number 3 right here.
I really think you should say thank you to that man.
Someone check this man into a hospital. Look at this. Like, oh my God. I want to know the conversation that led him to do this.
That somebody told him, said, look, if you eat these eggs, you guys will win. And each time he's taking that egg, I don't think you heard him. Brandon Whedon! Johnny Manziel!
Dude, I was in the stadiums when they're chanting for the 39-year-old rookie, Brandon Whedon. That's a crazy thing to see.
37-year-old rookie.
He was old as shit rookie. That's all I remember.
Chanting for an old
We're mixing
rookie
it up.
or
We're
eating
mixing
eggs,
it up.
crazy?
He was like 29-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Pablo Prigioni.
No, I'm thinking of Bo Nix of Oregon, the 59-year-old that just won the Fiesta Bowl against Liberty today.
Yeah.
That's one guy. I said it earlier.
I
was
think
like,
he
he
still has
wasn't going to
another
opt
year.
out of that one because he was like, well, I played all 6 years before this.
I
ain't
think he
leaving
has
this
one more year of
No,
eligibility.
he does
bro.
not, Clay. No, he does not.
I'm telling
he
you.
graduated from Auburn. He's about to graduate from Oregon. Where's he going to graduate from next?
Syracuse. You guys remember
Southampton?
No, Ohio State needs a quarterback.
You
He's
guys
going
remember-
there, damn it.
You remember Scoop Chardine? Do you remember that guy?
No.
Bro, that dude was on Syracuse or Jared Dudley. Both those dudes. He was on BC. Dude, there's just certain guys that
They're just in
they're
college
just
forever.
there. You look at it and you're like, dude, how? Like how? Like you're a grown A man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I grew up
I mean,
watching
even
you play
Stidham.
college ball. My son's going to grow up watching you play college ball.
Stetson Bennett was like 26. or
It's like, yeah,
27
my
last
dad's the starting quarterback of Ohio State. Oh, how old's your dad? 40. Like
My dad's Joe Flacco.
dude, yeah, he was talking about I came out of retirement, signed this deal basically to show my kids that I still got it.
Yeah, because he said something about like his kids were saying like he sucks. So it's like, oh, he was just like, no, I'm good. Watch, fine.
He was like, I gotta look up
find
videos of
somebody,
me
yeah.
playing in the past.
He's like, I never expected to play on the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay, let me warm up a little bit.
I wasn't the problem.
He was like, I
With
was
the
the
Jets.
backup.
I think it was
The Jets
close.
are the problems
He
with
was
the
talking
Jets.
on the Pat McAfee show. He was like, yeah, we got beat by like 36-3. And he's like, I had to tell my kids, it wasn't always 36-3.
Yeah,
Like,
he-
look, this is me beating the Steelers back in the
Dude,
day.
he said he walked in the house and his son was like, 30-10, Dad? Really? Could you imagine walking into your house and your son being like, really, Dad? You suck. Like,
Great podcast today, Dad. You suck.
really, Dad?
He'd be like,
5
Dad,
stumbles in one sentence.
3 F words, 2 GDs.
Dad, why are you stomping your foot on the floor? Because I'm tuning up the freaking band, bro. I'd put that kid into the middle of next
I'm
week.
turning up the freaking
It's
band.
going to be some sweet chin music in here tonight,
I don't
son.
freaking
You
think
might not
so.
know who that is.
You might not.
33-10. Then
Yeah.
I'd be like, get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
you
here's
see
my
this
pad.
house? This
Here's
house
my
is
patch. You're
33-10
gonna
that
go out
in
there tomorrow at practice.
Now, speaking of practice, that's basically what the Ohio State game was. You got to see the JVs go up against Missouri starters. You're an Ohio State fan on the panel here, Tony?
Jack Sawyer's whack, dude. It's so ridiculous. Everybody's like, he got 3 sacks. He's got 6 on the season. I'm like, dude, this guy was the highest rated recruit in
Yeah.
Ohio State history. And I know, like, nothing of him. It's just annoying. But also, I don't put too much
Is
into it.
Ryan Day fired?
Dude, we didn't even have Devin Brown. I'm like, geez, if we even had our backup quarterback, not a freshman that's never thrown a football, I'm like, I'm not sticking up for Ohio State, but that game didn't mean much to me.
So Ryan Day fired?
No, not yet.
Fired?
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, fired.
Keep him. Keep him.
Actually, yeah, true.
Keep
I
him.
think
He's
they
lost 3
wait-
times to Michigan. Keep him.
I think they wait maybe one more year and then possibly try to do the Heartline thing, which I
If
don't think is
Harbaugh
possible.
leaves and then another coach comes in and beats Ryan Day, you have to fire him.
No, 100%. If
Yeah,
he loses
at
to
that
Michigan
point,
again,
yeah.
Because it's not just a
Yeah,
Harbaugh
I
problem.
mean, if
It's just
Harbaugh doesn't leave, you still fire him if he loses 4 straight
he's
years.
out.
Yeah,
he's
fine.
100%
Yeah.
out.
I think 0-4 is like kind of like, hey, that's
They kept Cooper for 0-6. What I don't know his first name. I just heard somebody say that in Club Vinton the other night. Went down there and won $80 with Teabag.
say John Cooper for which team?
I don't know.
John
Ohio
Cougar
State?
Ohio
Mellencamp?
State.
Sure. The one that went 0-6 against Michigan in the,
Oh,
what, the
okay, okay.
90s?
John Cougar Mellencamp.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Once Ohio State went on that big streak, how long did Michigan keep a head coach? I think
About 3 years.
I think Harbaugh's the longest one because he started. He's not.
Rich Rod had like 2 years.
Yeah, no. Rich Rod was there like 4. Yeah, that's yeah.
Who
See,
was
I
the-
thought Harbaugh started off like 0-4, 0-5.
Who was the fat guy before Rich Rod?
He started off 0-2.
Who was the fat guy before Rich Rod?
Well,
He
that's
didn't give you any hope.
Harbaugh, he started coaching what in 2015?
Huh?
Harbaugh started coaching in 2015.
Damn.
So yeah, that's
Coaching Michigan in 2015?
coaching Michigan in 2015.
That's wild.
I remember
So-
when he was on Stanford with the luck.
Yeah.
So that's like
And CMC.
so
He
that he
didn't
went.
say
He
so.
started off 0-2,
Nah.
and then
Harbaugh didn't.
Pretty sure he
coach-
did.
Nah.
See, I
it
thought
was
he
that,
only had 3
it was
wins
the dude.
against them,
It was
but-
his understudy.
Oh, yeah.
That one guy. I forget what his name is.
I don't know.
Bald
his
guy.
name. Oh, Another big news in college football: DJ Uyunglele going to Florida State. Another Bo Nix to be, because this kid's going to be in college forever.
Florida State sucks.
The only thing I remember of that
That game is why you guys weren't in the college football playoff.
Yeah,
just so we're all clear, because you guys suck.
Yep, they're 13-0. Weren't the best team in Florida.
Yeah, because they beat Florida though.
Well, I don't care.
they did.
Weren't the best
They
team in
actually
Florida.
beat Florida
Miami's in
with
there.
their backup.
You got somebody else.
No, more. We're talking about this.
Yeah, no, anybody else. Florida State sucks. Florida State sucks. Yeah. Yeah, no, they suck. They suck. They suck. They suck. They suck. 100%. Florida State, trash.
If Travis Hunter was a starting quarterback, are they in the playoffs?
Probably not, no.
Travis Barker?
Yeah, I'd say
honestly, Hunter.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
I'd say he's not, though.
Right?
And they're not.
Right? But he still beat you
so
guys.
They suck.
Still
Travis Hunter did not beat us.
Right, you're the backup did.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Travis
backup
Hunter would have been able to.
The backup that Stay said wasn't good enough to get in the playoffs for Florida State beat you guys.
Well, that's the thing. We were planning on the other guy the whole time. So that's the only reason.
But he played the week before.
Yeah, well, we just not enough time. We're not Batman.
These excuses stink.
We're not Batman.
He said just not enough time.
Yeah, not enough time.
But shout to next year when we do get the open.
I was talking about.
Oh, by the way, Notre Dame blew out
being
Oregon State in the Tony the Tiger Bowl. By the way, that's a thing now. The Tony the Tiger Bowl.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's who I was named after.
Frosted Flake.
Oh,
you were named after Tony the Tiger Bowl?
You guys beat a team that's in a two-conference conference.
No.
Or a two-team conference.
They weren't until after the game. Before the game,
yeah.
they were all still in the Pac-12.
Nope. They all left.
After the game.
Nope. Nope.
All right.
Two-team conference.
Hey, so here we are. Michigan, they're down 7-0. Washington, Texas, on after that. Who you picking to win these two games and the national title?
It's going to be Washington. Sorry. It's going to be Michigan, Texas in the championship. I don't think Washington's going to win it.
Okay, and who's going to win that?
Ooh, I don't know. Michigan probably. Personally.
Okay.
If I gun in my head, I'd say Michigan.
Andy seems pretty mad about that pick. Tony, what about you?
Roll Tide.
And?
Roll Tide.
So
the other
they're going
side
to win
doesn't
both
even-
the games. So
They're
who's
just- yep.
So
No.
are you saying Alabama's going to win against Michigan and then win the
kinda-
Washington-Texas game and then beat themselves in the national title?
I'm anti-Texas, so I guess I'll go Washington and win that.
I think Washington definitely is going to win. They're a little too underrated.
Dude, they have the best offensive line. Like, I think that's huge. You gotta be
Also,
able to do
Penix
stuff.
Jr. went to Indiana, so
they're in a
kind of
they're
a
in
homer pick for me.
Just
So I'm going Michigan, Washington, Michigan over Washington.
I think Bama just ends up winning it again. It's
Well,
not even
they're
like I want them
They're
to. This is
currently up
not-
7-0, so it's kind of stupid for
Yeah.
me to pick against them. While
Well, I even mean the championship, too. Like, I don't know.
oh yeah, dude, if Bama wins against Michigan,
just-
they're
they just
rolling.
always-
That's my thing. Is like I just sit here and I say roll Tide, not because even the Michigan thing. I really just think they figured
just
it out
seem to
late.
figure it out. Yeah, they
And
just
it's just that's what you don't want to see when you look at
And
Washington.
Harbaugh
and
seems
those
to
teams.
not figure it out. I mean, you lost to TCU, who just got mollywopped by Georgia the absolute next game. Sorry, Andy, but like.
And then the year before that, they also, I'm pretty sure,
Like
lost
really
to Georgia.
speaking on Michigan though, like again, Ohio State fan, I'm outside of it. Like I was getting mad because they would get mollywopped in bowl games to make the Big Ten look bad. There was like a 4 or 5 year span that I'm sitting there like, stop.
Yeah.
Like what the? You're making. But
Almost had that one.
either way, they got us last 3 years. You can't take that away from them.
Now listen, you gotta let your naysayers know that just won't stand. Okay.
Gotta let your naysayers
Let
know.
the naysayers know that this will not stand.
I want to make my own like LTBW.
Let the boy watch. The boy watch. I am so glad I got introduced into that world.
You haven't even watched it yet, but like I really, 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 really want you. Get out of my shot, Tony. Jeez.
All right, going on to the SVC. It's time to talk SVC boys. Westfall, Zane Trace, they're still undefeated at the top. Westfall had a close loss against Circleville this week and then bounced back with a ginormous win on Saturday. I definitely 100% think Westfall is the team to beat in the SVC right now. Tony, what are you doing?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If
Honestly,
anybody's going to beat
headset is
them,
weird.
it's going to be this Friday night.
You think Uniola beats him on Friday?
Well, I say if there's anybody going to, because this Westfall team, like you said, they're looking pretty good. I mean,
I think their defense is going to be too much.
Yeah, I think they're kind of sitting at the top of the conference right now. You
Yeah,
know, it's 1 and 2 right there. Whether respectively, whether
Michigan tied at 7-7.
Yeah, whether you're a Uniota fan or a Westfall fan, you know, it depends on who you're going to pick. But I don't know. I'm not trying to sound too biased.
I don't know what to do with my
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to buy one team or buy the other team.
Dude, I think somebody picked Westfall pretty high in his preseason standing poll.
Me too.
No, I'm pretty sure I was the only one.
No, I did Westfall and St. Trace.
Run the tape.
Yeah, we probably should. No, I really did.
I had them bad because I wanted them to prove me wrong.
Right, yeah.
That's you
guys had Adina a little higher than me, too.
Yeah, I don't think Adina, they're still a hard team to figure out right now, though.
So my cousin, he claims he can shoot the lights out of a building. I don't know. Never seen it. He'll have to prove it. But he comes back January 19th. So they do get a little bit of a senior weapon in old Curtis Woods coming back. So we'll see. Maybe that might be a little bit of
again, and that Uniota game being on the road early in the season, that's a hard place to win, man.
It's just it's hard to make up for how slow of a start they had. Like if they could have gotten just a couple buckets in the beginning of that game, it could have been drastically different. But it just once you have that big of a gap, you gas yourself trying to get back in, and then it's
like I said, Junior needed to get out to a big lead so that way they could keep it the entire game, and they did that.
Keep going, keep it on.
Because Michigan's getting the ball again right here at the 19-yard line.
Heck yeah. Michigan got the ball. No, I think. Oh, darn! Alabama player hurt. That's something you don't want to see.
And that coach is all up in his business too.
Sad face, but yeah, no. I think Westfall's defense leads them to an SBC title this year, just because they got the offense. I think they're the only complete team where they can stop you on the defensive end, and then they can go put some buckets up on the offensive end consistently. We've seen St. Trace do it. One game, then the one game they're off, then one game they're on. Uniota, man, I don't know. I really don't know. They pretty much led the whole game against St. Trace, dropped the ball there at the end. They played Courthouse.
That was like one of their only like true battle-tested games in the SVC so far this year.
They had one against Courthouse on Saturday, and it was neck and neck. I mean, a 1-2 point game the entire time. Was that Saturday? It was Saturday. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was Sunday, but no, Saturday. And then Courthouse just came out and like late in the third, maybe the start of the fourth, and we're just hitting threes left and right, man. I mean, I'm talking hand in the face, dropping like threes, you couldn't have done anything better on defense for them to hit the shot, and that's just sometimes how it goes. Is you play as the best defense that you can, they're just going to hit shots. So
that was my excuse.
What?
Coach, that was perfect D.
Coach, that was perfect D. He's just that good.
He's going to make those.
Tony, you were 5 feet away from him.
You're damn right.
But I don't know, man. Uniota's kind of tough to put your finger on, man. I mean, do they they have a lot of football players. They kind of have like that football hangover championship. Like, hey, we're still good in football. Is it just going to carry on over to basketball?
Well, you're relying kind of. I mean, if you sit there, maybe some of these football players might need to step up a little bit. You know, and I'm not saying they're not playing well. It's just when you got Schloblock consistently putting in around 20 points a game, Fitch playing some really good basketball. Those are two non-football names. You know what I mean? A lot of the rest of the roster, you got guys like Newt, where I think he's going to be a guy that might be a confident bucket throughout time, but I don't think he's necessarily going to have the same leadership on the basketball court as he did on the football field, obviously.
Transition from him to his brother. I think Blake is somebody that I kind of expected to maybe lead the team a little bit more.
Especially in scoring, man.
Yeah, I thought one of the football guys to lead the team more on the basketball side of things. Because I always thought that was kind of like,
I think he's the one that, like, you got Blake doing what he's doing. You got Showblock showing up. I think Blake needs to kind of take that next step in being the scorer.
I was about to say, I think he needs to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think just like he was on the football field, he's a spark. But sometimes, like, man, he's using a lot of dribble moves, getting a lot of penetration, but then, you know, the shot isn't as formed as it might want to be. I think, you know, if Schloblock's on the bench or something like that, maybe trying to slow down the pace a little bit and seeing him run the offense. I mean, might be what you need if you're really going to take the next step and beat some of these really solid defensive teams.
Yeah, I think that Blake's going to have a really big game here. Or not really big game, but he's going to have to step up in a big way for Uniota. For them
especially on Friday, like you were talking about against Westfall.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been trying to stay away from Uniota, but it's not our fault that their schedule at the beginning of the year has been some good matchups. Like,
the only reason we're trying to stay away from any team is because we are
not
biased.
Biased.
Yeah. We're not buying the most.
We're not biased.
Yeah,
we're biased.
We're not buying nothing.
B-U-Y-E-S-T. I can't even like misspell the way. He's like, I'm not even from Waverly. I'm from Wheelersburg. Cool.
Well, go watch Wheelersburg. Oh,
yeah.
You can't watch them because there's not somebody like us.
Yeah, there's not a Ride the Wave. Dude, I'm talking though. Western and Eastern play each other on Friday.
That's a big.
That should be a good matchup for that conference. I mean, Western kind of got off to a slow start now, or not slow start. They got off to that hot start against Piketon, won their next one, and then they kind of went on a lull there to where Eastern was kind of flip flop, came in a little bit slow, then started off fast. But then another team that I think we need to look out for, dude. I'm telling you, Southeastern on the boys' side. They're kind of being a little quiet now. They had Williams. He got the assist of the week there from Richie's. They got the Fisher kid down low. That dude, he's just a motor.
So I don't think it's the assist of the week. I think it's the distributor of the week. It's the most assist in the week.
Yes.
Through however many games they have.
Yeah. But we got somebody like that can dish it out to people that can finish and put it in the bucket. You can beat teams that you're not supposed to. And I don't think number 1 to number 4 is that big of a gap as it normally is in years past.
I don't think I looked at the records today, but Southeastern has one of the best overall records in the league, even though they're like second to last, I think, in divisional play. So it's like they're out there getting a couple wins. But a lot of what it is Coach even said it before the season, is that they have good players. It's just the lack of depth. They're the roster that only had 9 varsity players, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're sitting there at 5-4 overall record. I mean, if you're looking at the records, Westfall's 7-2, Adina's 5-4, and then Southeastern 5-4. So overall record, they're third. They're just 1-2 in the league. I don't know exactly who they played in.
I don't know
league.
why I have a soft spot for Southeastern. Like I just do. Same thing in football.
Yeah, I don't. They've beaten Huntington.
Put them on the map. Give them their damn credit. If you start nerfing them again, I'm gonna slap you.
See, they lost to Westfall by 8, so they played Westfall pretty close. They lost to Circleville also by 8. So they've been playing teams, like I said, the teams that are losing the games and playing them tight early are kind of teams like you don't want to see late in the season because they could kind of put it together, and there's 1 to 2 point losses start to turn into 3 to 4 point wins.
Well, towards the end of the game, again, when you don't have a lot of rotation and not a lot of players, maybe they're getting a little bit gassed. Also, I hate that 8-point margin because you never know how that game went.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I wish
was it close the entire time?
Was it like 15 and they get it to 8, or was it 2 the entire time with free throws and fouls? Now it's up to
pushing
8.
Up to 8,
and it's like, so you sit there and it could be two completely different things. But when they're rattling off W's out of conference and stuff,
or it could have just been a solid stalemate 8 the whole time.
Yeah,
I mean, you just never really know. Like, but you were talking about teams that are just kind of struggling in the beginning to figure it out. I'm still thinking Paint Valley is one of those teams.
Yeah,
they got a great coach over there, Coach Lakeem. I think they got a bunch of great players out there. They're going to find their stride here later on in the season.
They definitely got to figure out. They got to find their guard, man. Their biggest problem right now is turnovers. You're not going to beat a whole lot of teams whenever you have a lot of turnovers. I think Reinhardt needs to step up and try and become the ball handler, because Braylon and Carson are 2 guards that are best off the ball. You know what I mean? They can really create their own shots by coming off ball screens. Or
off-ball movement, I feel like, would be one of Braylon's biggest strengths.
Yeah, and he's a very great catch-and-shoot kind of guy. Carson, I think he likes to come down, and he likes to see the defense from the backside rather than as the guard coming up, trying to figure out and going off of that. I just think that he's a really, really good off-ball offensive player, and I think Lakeem knows that. It's just kind of trying to put all the pieces together, because a lot of these kids didn't play varsity last year. They played JV, and this is like their first year
That was
playing
something
varsity.
we were talking about in the beginning of the season at the preview. Was that they had very limited. I think there was only like 2 or 3 guys that had actual varsity minutes. Everybody else was really just JV minutes.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I keep saying once they become battle tested a little bit and they get a little bit more varsity minutes, they've seen that spotlight. I think they'll start to shine a little bit more.
Now, somebody that's seen a lot of varsity minutes, along with a lot of varsity wins, along with a lot of success. A Chillicothe legend, 1,000-point scorer, Harlem Globetrotter, Malik London.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, my man? How you been?
I've been all right, man. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. So, Malik, I kind of want to start off with, because we've been talking about Zane Trace a lot this year with Gary Kello. You actually got the chance to play under Gary, and you guys had a lot of success winning a lot of sectional titles, a lot of district titles. Can you kind of talk about your time under Coach K?
No, that's my man. Coach K's my guy. You know, him and Coach Dave, they were real intricate in me playing basketball.
Yeah.
You know, Coach K got a good mind, and he's like more of a player coach with a system. I would say that. So
yeah.
He's a good dude, real smart dude.
He's kind of like that coach that it's tough love for sure. Like, he's definitely going to get into you. He's definitely going to know whenever you messed up, but he's definitely going to let you know how much he loves you at the end. I mean, that was basically the whole reason I went to Chillicothe my freshman year, is to play under the guy. He was a legend.
Yeah. That's exactly how it is with him. It's a bunch of tough love, but you know, that's what makes you stronger, you know?
Yeah, and then now I'm trying to get my years right. I'm not 100% sure. Were you a freshman on that state title team, or is that a year before you started high school?
That was a year before I got there.
Okay.
I remember watching it. I went live. I went to, what was that at? Ohio State? I went to that game, and I saw him. That was like my first time moving to Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to see. That was cool.
So after getting to watch that, and then you're coming to when you're coming to Chillicothe, what kind of, because I remember whenever you came here, everybody's like, man, this guy is the guy. I mean, you were always tall, but you were kind of had some great handles for a guard. What did it kind of mean to you coming into Chillicothe and kind of having that pressure of, all right, man, they just won a state title. They're kind of looking at me to carry the torch, which I will definitely say you did a great job of. But how did you kind of handle that kind of pressure?
Well, to me, it really wasn't pressure because, I mean, at the time, that was a real transitional part of my life. You know, I didn't really like basketball at first. I just was good at it. And then slowly became into me liking it and then being good at it and enjoying the time. So, you know, I enjoyed the progress, but it wasn't really too much pressure because, I mean, at the same time, it was my first time coming here. I didn't know anything about Chillicothe. I was just moving from North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of good, though, man.
I'm a transplant as well. You know?
I was going to say, Tony, he's from Pennsylvania, so he's kind of getting dropped in this. But I feel like that's kind of good, man. Like, I think that's the best whenever you see kind of like a rookie team in like the NFL or NBA kind of going on. It's kind of like, because you don't know what you don't know. You're just here to play basketball and do the best that you can.
Were you from like a major city in North Carolina or around one? Or?
Nah. I'm from Jackson Hamlet. You know.
Okay.
So where they hold
like
the PGA Tour? No, it's not so. The weather was more of a culture.
I was about to say he's probably like, damn, it gets cold up here.
It never snowed in North Carolina. It doesn't snow at all. Like, it's rare that it does. You get like an inch, and we're shutting the whole state down.
Yeah. So
when I got to Ohio and like I saw my first like 3 feet of snow, I'm like, we got to go out after this. And I was like, yeah, we got to walk. Go ahead and walk. We lived
He's like, no,
Street,
man.
So I was walking to Chillicothe every day.
That's insane. Now, I do want to talk about. You had a lot of good players that you were playing with as well. I'm pretty sure Jalen Ragland, Zach Johnson. I'm pretty sure now Tommy, he was a freshman whenever you were a senior, so I know you didn't get a whole lot with him. How was it like though? Those practices though. I mean, I remember just accidentally being in the gym when I wasn't supposed to be, and it just seemed more intense than some of the games that you guys were playing.
Yeah. Like I said, Coach K is a player coach, so he's like he has a system, but he puts his players in the right position in his system. So we just had to perfect what we were good at. So with ZJ, RP, he was him just playing loose. That's what he does. You know, you get him a screen, he can come off a screen, he can make a good pass, or he can keep it.
I kind of want to
Jalen.
talk about him real quick with you, actually, Zach Johnson. I feel like he might be one of the most underrated players that's ever played in this area, man. I mean, he was.
Yeah, man.
You and him on the court were absolutely electric. I mean, it was. He knew where you were going to be. Sometimes I feel like before you knew, or you knew where he was going to do the ball before he even did it. Like, how'd you guys have that chemistry on the court?
I really can't explain it for real because his game was different. Like his game was like it was almost unorthodox, but it worked for him. Like
Yeah.
he had a big body because he played football, so he had a body. He wasn't afraid of contact, but he would look for contact, but not so much aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it
He
just
wasn't looking for the
learning how you
contact, but
play.
he was finishing it if it came his way.
Yeah, yeah. If you came and hit him, he was finishing through you. Like
Yeah.
ZJ was strong. Like Zach was different.
I mean, we were watching it like from half court alley oops to off the backboard alley oops. I mean, you guys were on a whole nother connection there. I think my favorite dunk by you is you guys are playing. I'm going to say Gallipolis your senior night, and then it was kind of a closer game than it should have been. And Malik gets it at I'm pretty sure the 3-point line, takes one dribble and jumps from the free throw line with a dude in him, not even trying to block him, just and he just yams on him. He goes, "What up?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're winning by 40." It was insane.
Yeah, man, that was a good one. Crazy part was I think that was my only points of the night. Like I didn't score at all that night.
Allowed
really
to,
my
for
mom
sure.
Came out. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have those 2 points than nothing. So that's no problem with me.
Hey, and guys came with the win, and then you guys, man. I mean, you just kind of we showed up, and everybody's like, "Okay, yeah, you're winning the sectional and the districts." Like you guys, I felt like just were unstoppable in the tournament, no matter what your record was. Was that? I know we've been talking about a lot to Coach K, or is that this? You guys were locked in at the time because. I mean, you guys were in sectionals and districts left and right, almost like no problem.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of that's Coach K. He's been in that league coaching. He was coaching for so long that he kind of understands all these coaches' plans or whatever.
Yeah,
that plays a part into it. Most of these coaches are going to run the same thing that they ran last year and change certain things about it. So Coach K, he came in with something new every year, and we didn't lift weights or nothing. So all we did was hoop. So we're just working on. While other teams might be lifting, an hour before practice. Well, we're hooping from, I don't know, we got out 3 to 7, just nothing but workouts. So,
did you ever? I remember a lot of times just going down to the hoops right behind Chillicothe. That was like a half court but full court, and then you had the ones over. Did you ever just get out of school, go hoop, then go to practice, then go hoop again? Like that's kind of like when I went to Chillicothe that one year, I felt like it was just hoop 24/7, nothing else to do.
Yeah, no, that's how it used to be, man. It was before. It was so our schedule. It'll be I'll ride with Jalen. Jalen would come pick me up. We would go to say if it's summer. We're going to open gyms all day. We're going from Union Oda to our open gym to Southeastern, then go to finish up at OU.
Yeah. Then everybody head down to the YMCA to finish one more game before you go home.
Yeah. And if you couldn't find any game, go to the Y and just somebody's gonna show up and you're gonna play. So I mean, we played everywhere, man. But most of the time, I stayed inside.
Yeah, dude, I remember going up to this game. I've played in sectional districts, whatever. But I've never been more nervous than whenever you're on the court and you just have everybody surround that court and you're like, dude, if I mess up right now, I'm getting shit on by everyone on this court, and that's the worst because they would not let you forget. Is it something like where you that nonstop ball that kind of makes it whenever you're going into regular season tournament games a little bit easier because you're like, dude, I just do this every single day.
Yeah, man. After a while, those bigger moments, they just kind of all run together, You play so much, it's like, all right, this is game point. You've been here before.
Yeah.
Compared to somebody who hasn't, had a game-winning stop or a game-winning shot or anything, it's kind of nerve-wracking because you don't know what you're going to do.
Right.
It might go right, but you've done it so many times that all right, these are my spots I can get to make my shot, or I'm going to get fouled if I go this way. This is a move I'm going to get fouled with every time, or I'm going to get to the rim with this. So you just kind of know, you fall back on what you're really good at outside of just trying something new.
Now, you take all this basketball, you absolutely dominate through Chillicothe, then you go to UT Martin in college, do great there, and now you're a part of the whole Harlem Globetrotters, man. How did that come about you becoming a Harlem Globetrotter, and how has that experience been for you?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Actually, this year I'm taking off because I'm having a son, so I wanted to be there for my son, the birth of my son and things. So, but
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
congrats on the
great,
son,
man.
sir.
man.
Congrats on becoming a dad.
Thank you, man. But it's a blessing, man. It was real cool. So, like I said, playing a lot of open gyms, I would just play anywhere.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Columbus a lot. I played in a lot of pro-ams out there. And there was this guy I always played against, and I didn't know who he was, but people told me he was important. So I always played against him, talked junk to him, but never really rattled him. Come to find out, he played for the Globetrotters way before me. He's been there maybe like 5 years before I was.
Okay.
And he knows my dad, and him and my dad got in contact. He asked if I would want to do it. I said yeah, and
hey, would you want to be a Harlem Globetrotter? Hell yeah, dude. Do I want to travel the States to play some ball?
Yeah.
It looks like you've been in a lot of cool arenas. It looks like you played in like Crypto Arena. You got to come back and play in Cleveland. How's that been for you to at least just travel the United States, getting to play ball, man? I mean, that has to be awesome.
Right. Yeah, man. It was fun, man. I love it. You know, it's different, and it kind of aligns with who I am. Like, I like helping people. I used to do home health care services, so you know I still do here and there, but not as much.
Oh hell yeah!
So assisting people has always been my thing, and if you know come to a Globetrotter game, you coming out for like hour, 2 hours, no, like 2 hours and a half.
Yeah,
you're out there, you're sitting there enjoying the game. You have nothing else to think about. You're here to have a good time. It's gonna be a good show.
I kind of wanted to talk about is how much fun is it to just be in front of fans and not necessarily worry about the scoreboard, but still get to play basketball? Like, I got to go to a Harlem Globetrotters game, and it was just an absolute blast. To be honest with you, I was at a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert, side note, but there was a kid in a full Harlem Globetrotters uniform underneath his sweats. He was like, they were in town, and I got to go to both, and I was just like, he was just so pumped he was talking about it. So it means a lot to these kids, but it's got to be a lot of freaking fun playing basketball and not really having to worry about that scoreboard, you know? And just making people happy.
Yeah, man. It helps a lot, you know. It gives you purpose, because you gotta think we're doing that show maybe like 200. I think it's 250 times.
Damn.
In a 4-month span.
That's insane. 250 games, pretty much. In how much span?
That. 4 months.
I think about 4 months span.
You're basically a rock star at that point on tour. That's insane.
Yeah,
was there ever 2 games in one day moment?
Oh yeah, a lot. Anytime that you would go to an NBA arena or like a big arena, say a college arena, or you know, you're doing 2 games there.
Hell yeah,
it's no problem.
What was your favorite arena to actually go in and perform at?
Oh man, that's easy though. You know, I'm from North Carolina, so I'm a Hornets fan.
Okay.
So I got to play at the Hornets Arena. That was big for me. Like the Spectrum Arena was just special. So that was a really good time. But
you meet anybody not important, but you kind of wanted to meet there? Meet any cool people other than the people you're playing basketball with?
I got to meet like a couple NBA players coming through because you know like our games would be before the NBA games.
Right.
So people. Like by the time we're coming out, NBA players are coming in. So I met DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh hell yeah!
I seen Luka a couple times. I seen Jokic a couple times. So it's pretty cool.
So I want to ask because you've lived this amazing life through basketball. While you said you kind of didn't even like basketball until about your freshman year, right before.
Yeah.
What made you start liking basketball? Like you said, you're just tall and you were good at it, but what made you be like, man, I kind of like this. I could do something with this.
When I found out I could make money off of it.
Hell yeah, dude! I love that answer so much. Yeah. You telling me I can get paid?
Look, he was talking about like patient care and helping people. Like I'm a PTA, so I do physical therapy, and I was like, I really like the fact that I could get paid to kind of be like, I could come in here and help this old woman get up and get better, and I get paid for it. Bring it home, bro.
That's
exactly
awesome.
how it happened. It was like I didn't realize. I told you, I mean, I'm from North Carolina. I didn't know too much, but you know, I didn't realize, you know, you could play basketball and then they'll pay for your school. And I'm like, oh, they'll pay for my school? I can go anywhere and you'll pay for my school? All right. Then I found out you don't have to go to the professional. You don't have to play in the NBA to get paid. I can go
Yeah.
overseas, so you're gonna pay me to go overseas and play for you.
I was
Okay,
about
I'll
to
do
say
that.
you did
And
go
it just
play
rolled over.
overseas, right? How was
Yeah,
that
I played.
experience, man? I only get to see it obviously through social media, and it just looks like you're about to go into battle every single time you're playing the game. I mean, they got the whole flag waving, they got the
Yeah,
chants on key. I mean, that shit looks amazing.
it was a blast, man. It's like I said, they treat most of the time, like most places, they treat the basketball teams as you would treat any other team. So football, soccer, any of that. So the crowd is like they're insane. I remember playing in I used to play in Serbia, and they
Talk
would
about
bring these
cold.
big drums. Yeah, that's a different type of cold. That was crazy. But they used to bring these big, big drums, and there'll be a guy on the sticks just beating the drums all day. So you supposed to shoot free throws if you're the home team. You usually stop if you're the crowd. You don't want to be loud because your team is shooting free throws.
Yeah.
No, they're cheering and playing the drums and setting off flares and ripping their shirts off and throwing them in there. It's fun.
Setting off flares inside?
Yes, I've seen it. They used to set off these red flares in the stands and just swing them, and it'll be like a cloud
I
of
could
smoke
not
above
imagine
the field.
going up to the free throw line, doing my routine, and next thing I know, I just see flares flying up everywhere into the sky.
Yeah,
That'd be
man.
insane.
Yeah, they're really Trepshire's really hard for the team. Like they really love them. They're doing good this year, so that's good.
Was there ever a time when you're overseas and you kind of just took a step back and you're like, holy shit, how did I get here?
Yeah, definitely. Most of the time I'm in the moment, but then I would say some of the, like when I first started out, man, you just be in these places and like, how did I even get here? Man? You'll never understand, but you just take your chances and roll with them and hope they all come out.
He said, I went from open gyms in Chillicothe to Serbia and people shooting flares during my free throws. That's a wild ride.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It was good though. I enjoyed every minute of it.
How much time did you spend overseas?
I want to say 3-4 years, but before I went to the Globetrotters.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still can't get over the flares, man. That's so wild.
What was the biggest shock for you going over there? Was it like a food thing or like just?
The biggest shock, it'll be like more location things. Like, so I played in El Salvador, and that's more of a poverty-stricken country,
Yeah.
So you go there, they don't have that much. Like, so no washing machines. You have to wash your clothes in this giant sink. So you wash your clothes
like
in there,
1800 style, like wash them,
man,
rain them out, hang them up,
washboard stuff,
and then hang them up right outside. Like nobody taking stuff, but that's.
Who needs a time machine when you got that?
Yeah, it's really more of a culture shock there. It's just different laws, but it's really cool though. It's eye-opening experiences.
Now I gotta ask you, you've done a whole lot. I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. What's one of your favorite basketball moments or memories or anything from high school all the way to your Globetrotter days?
Oh man, my best memory. That's tough. I can give you my top three. My top three would be like
that works for us.
All right, top three would be it was at the Convo. It was a sectional game, I think, against Logan. I want to say Logan M, one of them, and Tyler throws a half court oop. I'm knowing he's gonna throw it because like when we play with each other so much, I play with Tyler just in the streets, just playing me and him. So I just kind of know when he's gonna do something. And he gave me the look. He threw it, and when he threw it, I caught it backwards. So I wanted a reverse half court oop is just crazy. I still don't think about that. It's wild to me every time. But yeah, I can't.
Yes, a
believe I caught
reverse
that cool.
backwards half court oop is insane. You are correct.
Yeah, that was cool. Winning the tournament for at UT Martin was we lost our tournament, but we won our league. We won out our league, that was pretty big. That was the first time our school ever did that.
Oh,
so that was really big. Yeah, and probably playing overseas would be going to China. Yeah, going to China and eating turtle was pretty cool too.
What? You what?
Yeah,
You ate a
man.
turtle? Oh, you got hold on.
Yeah, I
you
ate
gotta
some
walk
turtle.
me through this experience. I've never even heard of eating a turtle. I think I might like. How'd you eat a turtle? Oh, don't tell me you froze out on us.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost you there. How'd you eat a turtle? You kind of froze out on us for a minute. Our fault.
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I went out to China for a little showcase out there for a while, and there's like they have these big introductions and they beat drums and they're doing this big presentation. So they sit you down and you have this big like spinning wheel of food. So it's just food everywhere. Going through and I seen this turtle. Like it was like a boiled turtle. You could see it's got a shell on, but
I was gonna say, did it have the shell and everything on it?
yeah, the shell's cracked down the middle, so you can see like he still got his hands and feet and head. And I was like, man, I'm in China. Might as well try something new. So I tried it, and it wasn't that good. But
It wasn't that good. He said, I tried it. Tastes like shit. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Don't eat turtle.
But-
Look, I respect you
But
trying it though. Just like you said, it's when in Rome, when in China. Like, come on, that's
Yeah,
what-
when in
you're
Rome,
talking about like the
man.
conveyor belt type stuff where they just had like hella plates on the conveyor belt. I
Yeah.
seen videos of that before.
It's like that, except ours was round, so it's like you could just pull it with your hand and it'll just spin to whatever you want, and you just keep spinning
That's
it.
Like a lazy Susan, a
Dude,
snake grub.
that had to
Yeah.
be one of your
That's
moments where
what-
you're like, how the hell did I get here in China
Exactly.
eating
That
freaking
was
turtle?
But I'm glad you embraced it though. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing. You don't get out there and it's like you might as well.
What'd you do in China?
Yeah,
Well,
man,
I
yeah.
balled on some people. I ate some turtle.
So I got an interesting question I was kind of thinking about. You know,
What's
in
up?
so many sports they talk about like live action versus say lifting. You know what I mean? UFC talks about it all the time. How much do you spar to how much do you lift and get strong and these types of things? Just like you said, especially if you have some of the players on your team, when you do that live action stuff, if you're playing on a playground, like you said, playing in the street, when a ball's going out of bounds or even towards a curve, you wing it behind your back. Like all those little moments are building rapport with those players. Like I feel like that is
Right.
so important. When you're going to open gyms and playing against other guys, that's live action. So when somebody else is doing an hour of lifting, you're gaining that rapport. And I've always felt that way with basketball, just personally. But a lot of other people say you got to have, the ability to back down. But, with guys like KD and, coming out, not even being able to bench 135 out of college,
Yeah.
and still being able to be a
Yeah.
walking bucket, like I really feel like that style of coaching. Do you feel like that would still work today, I should say? And I know you didn't play that long ago, but these kids now have YouTube
Yeah.
videos, a lot of the skills
No,
they
yeah,
can
it's
acquire
totally
in a
different.
closet. So
Yeah, I understand what you mean. It's the game is different now. To answer your question, I think it would benefit more because so many people are looking to work out and just do workouts and cone drills to where it's not the same. Like you can beat a cone any day. Like the cone's sitting in one spot, you're gonna do your move and get by the cone every time. There's no way the cone's gonna make you change your move and do something different. So those open gyms where we were playing older guys to JV players was coming in or anybody that comes in, you're playing against us. No matter what, you're learning something new because one player could play you to your right hand the whole time, not knowing that you're really right-handed. The next player can make you go left every time, but you're trying to figure out how can you get back to your right hand. After a while, you're gonna start learning to use your left, and then learn exits out of that. So I think, and this is just my opinion, I feel like now it's more of a detriment to work out so much because kids are just doing workouts some of them are useful, but some of them are more like
I feel like they're for clout,
dude,
to put on
Exactly.
Instagram. But hey, look, I'm doing a workout.
That I'm
Yeah,
working
but
out.
like you're doing that workout wrong, and it has nothing to do with your game.
dude, with the physical therapy
Exactly.
background, these kids are the way that they squat, they're doing the things where they're strapping weight to themselves to do all this stuff. I'm like, you're throwing your alignment off. And honestly speaking, when I went to a military boarding school, so we were working out a lot while we were in season, but I felt like it kind of messed with my shot.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's
100%.
fatigue or when you gain strength and all of a sudden you
It's a
go to
different-
put
You
up
have
that
to
three
reach.
and you're like, why was that way too far? Like,
Yeah.
And that was a big reason why Coach K didn't let us lift because he said he had a team before us that lifted, and the reason that they lost, I think they lost in a tournament or something. is because that they were lifting so much that it messed up everything. You know,
Yeah, I feel
you
like
said,
eventually late in the season you just kind of die. You know, like,
yeah, you it's gonna die out. All that, all your lifting and all that training that you did, it dies out. And
yeah,
that's another thing that people don't really realize when you're doing all that cone training, cone workouts and drills. It's not. It's really not cohesive to that, to what you do on the court.
yeah,
One thing that I learned from college, my coach told me, it's like we don't raise to the level, we don't raise to, the opportunity. You don't get any better because the lights get brighter. You
yeah.
fall back to what you know when the lights get brighter. So when you're dead tired, you don't know what to do. You don't have like a go-to move. Your body already knows what to do because you've done the same drill over and over. Or you worked
Muscle
on this
memory.
for so long. Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
that
But you don't
live
have to
work.
think
You
about
just
it.
sit there and like you get people when you're running and you're winning games in a 5-on-5 and new teams are coming in to play you. You got guys with fresh legs, so now you're trying to dig deeper. Like, I don't know. I just felt
Exactly.
everything I learned on the basketball court was either from a great coach, X's and O's wise, or it was literally just repetition.
Playing the game.
You know, Will, we have him on
Yeah,
pretty often.
exactly.
He's a high school coach, and it's same thing, man. We just knew where he was going to be. People always underestimated us, but it's just when you get that real game time together. I'm not a coach, but I'm just kind of
Yeah.
putting my own thoughts together here. But it's you look at it, man, and nothing's better than playing the game.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing
Yeah,
makes
it's
up
true.
for it. Yeah, there's
I
no
like how you
substitute
said you
for
could beat a
live
cone
reps.
every time.
You can.
That is, it's just
Yeah.
so true. It's like, oh, look how fast I can do this.
Look how I
ladder
beat that
drill.
cone. Well, it didn't move. So
Yeah. It didn't do anything. It's not gonna, it's not gonna make you think. And
yeah,
more than half of basketball is a thinking game.
yeah,
That's how KD and like you said, KD can come out of college. He can't even bench press 135, but I can guarantee you he can get to his spot and knock his shot down
Yeah.
every time.
yeah.
It
10
doesn't
out of
matter
10
how
times,
strong
yeah.
He
you
fell
are.
asleep in the
It
gym.
doesn't.
His mom picked him up and like woke him up on the bleachers in a gym multiple times. Like that kid lived. Like
Ex-
that's where he got. Like,
Yeah.
man, I love it. I just love
Exactly.
Malik, what do you do nowadays, man? I know you said you got a kid on the way, but what else is new in your life?
Other than
Man,
stuff on the generals.
Yeah,
Nothing much, man. Just like I said, preparing for my kid, man. We gotta get the rest of his stuff. I got his crib and everything, so I just been working, just trying to get that right. And
heck
back
yeah.
to next season, we're gonna be playing in some more. Get back with the Trotters and playing some end season tournaments, things. See what's going up.
Hell
So
yeah, man.
I got some fatherly advice or just some wisdom for you. I got one, and I got one on the way as well. I'm preparing another. nursery
Congratulations,
here.
bro.
Thank you. I don't care what the media says. I don't care what TikTok says. I don't care what anything says. The baby phase ain't what it's cracked up to be. As a father, it's like, look, man, that baby phase to me, I will openly say it. I love my son to death, and he's 2.5 now. From 1 to 2.5 has been the best year and a half of my life. Like, it has been the funnest time. But that first year, I don't care what anybody says. That's bullshit. You're lying to me, telling me, oh, they just let me. Oh, no.
He's like,
So I'm just saying, when it gets dark in that baby phase where you're sitting there, man, like,
He
man,
said,
it's
for that first year of life, I questioned if that life was going
I'm
longer
sitting
than
there,
a year.
I'm like, man, it could be a lot simpler. But I just want to say, when it gets dark, the best times are after that, man. That baby phase was.
Tony loved it,
Yeah,
as you
man.
can see.
I'm gonna sit here like I want to have the second kid to get that second baby phase over with. But it's, like having my son, I swear to God, like when you see even them, dunk on the Fisher Price hoop or anything like that, like for the first time, you're sitting there like, I did that.
There's a little bit of me in there.
But that
Safe
being
to say,
said,
Tony's
like,
wife does not watch the show.
that being said, I just wanted to say, get through those hard times of the baby phase because it's freaking awesome when they're toddlers. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, man. I can't wait, man. I'm excited. We already got him a little gym and all that. So
Yes.
Hell yeah.
it's working.
Well, Malik, thanks for so much for coming on, man. We hope to have you on again. It was a lot of fun getting to talk to you, my man.
Yeah, man. It was good to hear from y'all, man. Anytime you need me, just let me know.
Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Chillicothe Cavalier legend, Malik London! Woo! Dude, so I didn't want to say it like when he was on because I didn't want to embarrass him, but like, so I just moved to Chillicothe, right? From Pate Valley, 45 kids in my graduating class at Pate Valley, 50 kids in my art class at Chillicothe. I mean, it's like I went to college. First open gym. They're like, hey, you're going to guard Malik. I was like, I am 5'11". This man is like 6'6", 6'8". And he was just talking all over me, rebounding me. They're like, you got to box him out. I'm like, It doesn't matter if I
Iron
box.
sharpens steel, Clay.
It's not over the back if he jumps over me.
Dude, so like when we're talking about like Zach Johnson and him like just having that like chemistry, like Zach throws one up from like I'm on the backside wing and he throws up from the other. I'm like, man, that's a terrible. Oh my god! And I just see Malik.
I look stupid right now.
I just see Malik soaring through the air, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna put it on the freshman team, and I did because. But yeah, man, watching him and Zach Johnson again, RIP. Oh, Michigan is up 13-7. Michigan is up 13-7.
They did that a minute ago.
Wow.
They fumbled the extra point though.
Insane. But yeah, man, getting to watch him and Zach get to play together, and him and Jalen Ragland get to play together, man. He got to go to UTEP. I mean, there were some special years there in the beginning of the 2010s decade at Chillicothe, man. Like he was the Dylan Swingle before Dylan Swingle, man. I mean, people saw him, they're like, yeah, we're going to state. Which, I mean, I don't think they ever got to the Final Four, but Sweet 16, Elite 8, almost every single year that he played. It was insane. I didn't know he's from North Carolina, really.
I'm interested. I want to keep this topic rolling with some of the coaches that we'll talk to in the future and just see about this lifting regimen.
Versus playing?
And then also the variable of proper lifting.
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference. Like, you go out there, like AP Prep and, you know, a lot of these guys that are doing these sports science stuff, like, they're making exercises that make sense for your joints, that make sense for, like, you know, your plyometrics and burst speed, but it's not ignorance. It's not, hey, let me see if I can freaking deadlift 405 and do it in a way that's just gonna, you know,
break
not be
your back.
right.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot because it's like, hey, go lift for an hour. Do you have somebody making sure that each one of those players is each one kind of getting a regimen and things like that? I think it's got to be pretty hard to kind of.
Now, I feel like the playing, though, just like the weightlifting, can be done wrong, as in, like, I don't say AAU is done wrong, but, like, if you're just AAU, I'm on 3 teams, I'm going to a tournament every single week. Like, there's AAU basketball that's just some bad basketball, dude. Like,
so, do you know that Will is the one that brought this up to me, too, is Steph Curry's dad, Dell, never let him play AAU ball.
That's where bad habits are formed.
The specific reason of just not wanting that crap basketball.
Because it's not, man. It's like, it's cool if, like, your kid's like, hey, I don't want to go to the NBA or college. Like, I just want to play basketball. Cool. Play AAU, you get to do the whole summer, everything like that. But, like, I don't know, man. If my kid's trying to go to college, I kind of feel like I'm on Dell's side there. Like, you just learn bad habits in AAU because as much as your coach can try and coach you in practice to do good habits, the refereeing just allows bully football, basketball happening on. So those habits don't matter on there. I mean, it's just who can not get knocked out first in an AAU basketball game. But yeah, going on back to the SVC for basketball on the girls' side, I think it's time to start taking Southeastern seriously, man. I mean, they are putting together some wins. They had a close game with Adina. I think they've only had 2 losses on the year, if I'm checking that right. Again, Uniota, they're probably gonna they're gonna win the league. Like they're just a buzzsaw. But Southeastern, man. I can see them upsetting Adina, and I can see them giving Uniota a pretty close game. And you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
It's not done yet.
Okay.
Okay. What happens if Emma Garrison's in that Adina game?
It's closer or longer.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Emma, I think, makes a big impact in that game. I don't think she makes a winning impact, though.
I think, here's what I'll say. If they play that game 10 times, I think it only goes the way it did once. And I think with Emma in that game, they could have won that game, but I'm not saying they win it.
I'm saying if they play 10 times, I think Adina wins 3
with
minimum.
When you look at it like Amaris Betts having a great game and minimum. But that being said, it was a quiet game. I think Millie Smith had 20 points.
Millie.
She had 20 points or something like that, and in the game she was frustrated the entire game because she just wasn't
Miley
hitting.
Smith.
Oh yeah,
we call her Millie, but it's Miley.
We got that confirmation.
Yeah, we did because we work with her cousin.
We work with her cousin?
Sam. I'm pretty sure that's what Sam told me. That's what Sam said.
Which Sam? Girl Sam or boy Sam?
Server Sam. Girl Sam.
Oh, I need to see some documentation.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't believe it. So you think Southeastern can beat Uniota? You think Adina beats Uniota next time around with Emma? Emma's back. What do you guys think of Emma being back? She's been slow, right? She have one game back.
I think she's been back too.
Dude, a lower back injury in basketball.
Yeah, that's something you just don't want to rush through. Like, it ruined Dwight Howard's career. Like,
Literally.
He was playing with the greatest player of all time, Kobe Bryant, and Kobe wanted a little bit too much out of him. So he
wanted him to just be a center.
Well, it was like I think it was more like there was a little bit of this is the only time you ever hear me say, "Hey, Dwight maybe got a little bit too much put on him by Kobe," but he was trying to come back from a lower back injury, and I think it was just rushed because of the pressure that Kobe put on him.
Under pressure.
He was already trashed by the time he got to the Lakers anyways.
No, he really was.
One thing about warming up and doing all that stuff, too, is did you know that DeAndre Jordan, like, when he rolls in and he's at practice and he shoots free throws, he's really good. It's just he's so muscular that, like, when he starts playing basketball and he's at, like, game warm-up, he, like, just has no he's too strong. Like, he has no control.
Dude, that's one thing.
And I'm like, I almost feel it.
That's one thing I've noticed about, like,
he should be better,
basketball right now is, like, whenever they're doing warm-ups, like, they're not like a warm up means you should be warm, like you should be sweating by the end of that warm up. You're getting warmed up for the game, not just like jogging in for a layup, then jogging to the back.
That's why I'm fine with
I'm
one
gonna sound
dunk.
like old white here, but like you gotta work hard in the warm ups.
It's like that's why I'm okay with one dunk. I don't like when a bunch of players just like rip the rim off multiple times because they can.
Yeah.
It's like it's cool. Don't get me wrong. You definitely want
But
to show
do
off
it in
a
the
little
game
bit.
if you're gonna do it in the warm up.
But it's like when you're warming up and things like that. The one dunk. It's like you get up there, you get your muscles ready. I feel it the one, but it's like you still got to make sure you can make a layup because I'm seeing way too many miss this year.
So Southeastern, they got a bunch of dunkers on their team. I mean, they all throw it down. What do you think they're doing in the tournament? You're looking at me, I know. But you haven't seen them play.
I have not.
I saw 5 of their girls dunk one time. At the same time, with one ball. It was a miraculous thing to watch. How far do you think they're going in the tournament? I think they're going to a district final.
Me too.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Clay.
Really?
The reason why is let's go Southeastern, baby.
Yeah, no, I was just I didn't want to be all three of us on the set. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I can get behind that. That's the beauty. That's the beautiful thing about the SVC is you can have multiple teams making it that far.
Yeah, unless now there's been talks that they're trying to add 2. I thought it was just 1. They're trying to add 2 more divisions to basketball.
Why?
Don't know. I mean, that'd be good for people like Chillicothe. They could finally go back down to Division 2, where they belong, playing against their.
Yeah, but it won't be like a true Division 2 like it has been in the past.
That's the problem I have is like 5. I don't know. Because they're at 3 now. No, they're at 4. Well, then, yeah, that's just 1 more. So would it be 6? They'd be going to 6 then. Because they told me they wanted to add 2 more divisions. I think 2 is too much. I think
Who's
1's
they?
The OHSAA. Heard from my source.
Inside
What do you think, though? I think that's just,
I don't like it.
That's just too watered down.
Yeah,
I'm okay with the 1. I don't think you should.
So are there like multiple teams being added, or are they spreading them out?
They're spreading them out. I don't think you need to add divisions. I think you need to change the number for the divisions. Like how is Chillicothe 6 kids over to be a Division 1 school? Like they scream Division 2.
Well, there's a number, and then
shut up.
They have that many people.
So like if they have if it's
6,
10, they
1, 2,
have
3, 4,
16.
5, 6.
Yeah.
I hate you guys so much.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like, hey, my doctor tells me I need to be under 250 pounds, and I'm at 256. He's gonna tell me, hey, you are 6 pounds more than you should be.
You know, screw you, because you just hit me like nail on the head right there. Like exact weight and everything. So guess what? A couple go
Cut to Adam.
Cut to Adam. Couple of these for you, pal.
Oh, you said he's number 1.
Come back to Clay. I'm telling him he's number 1.
We're all number 1 here at Ride the Wave Show. Now, number 1 thing that we need to be talking about right now is one of our favorite segments on the show, the Song of the Week. I'm going to start with Adam. Adam, what is your – hold up. Field goal is good for Alabama.
10-13 ball game.
All right, 10-13 ball game. Adam,
That
what?
extra point may come in to
Big-
bite him later on.
Big time, yeah. Well, as soon as it happened, I was like, oof. But I'm going to go with Riders on the Storm
Riders on
because
the storm.
Michigan's going to ride out this storm against Alabama en route to a championship
Riders
over
on the
Texas.
storm.
But no, I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed 2, courtesy of Trevor, Teabag Medley, got it for me for
A
Christmas.
teabag medley sounds like a video. of just
Dude, so
awful
like he has called
medley,
himself
dude.
that before. Hi, Coach's Teabag Medley. Like, you
Yeah, I
don't have
know. It's
to- Don't
just,
tell us your last name, pal. You're the only Teabag that would be calling me. Like,
it's a medley of teabag. Okay, go on.
Tony, what are you doing for your song of the week?
Can I do two?
Sure.
So
We know how we.
I was
don't like
getting
to bend the
pretty
rules.
hype all week, and so I did Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
Nice.
Dude, everybody knows it, but until you shove it in your ears after it's been a while, you're like,
listen to my.
and
We're not allowed to sing words.
then
we'll
Came
get
with a
sued.
Posse by Ace Hood.
Came with a posse. I don't think Ace Hood.
Came with the Posse. Chain like a locket.
Oh,
Can I add a second one?
sure. We don't like to bend the rules here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be a little something that I learned from Kirk Cousins. A little bit of you hate me.
Okay, John.
We can't sing the words. I can only sing one.
Rain.
No, it's gonna be a little bit of Creed.
That's an Applebee's joke. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's this cook that we have, man. He plays this music loud, and then he sings the words other than it ain't the words.
Does he
It's-
mess up tickets?
Huh?
Does he
No, he just takes 30 years to get him out.
I was gonna say just find mess up because if something's supposed to be done 10 minutes, it's done in 45, but it's done right. Is it messed up? No, but it's messed up that it took 35 extra minutes. This is server talk. People don't want to hear this. But yeah, no, he'll play music and he'll be like, if it's the Take Me Higher song, he'll be like, higher. It's like, yo,
See?
yeah, it's like this ain't.
I'm kind of tired of the way you're ripping on this guy. Like, this guy's
Dude.
just living his life, feeling
No, I feel like he's doing this on purpose
Tone.
because he hates us.
it. Oh.
And then Backstreet Boys comes on and he's over there.
Backstreet-
Bye, 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 bye. You know what I mean? Like hitting every word right, and it's like, yo, just sing the ones you know.
Yeah,
Sing the ones you
that's the
know.
only thing we don't like is just sing the songs that you know, man. All right, well, let's get on to our next segment here.
Savannah, none of those Pepsi cans are mine. Don't yell at me either. I swear it wasn't me.
Savannah's already yelling at you. Hold on. So 13-10, halftime. Who you liking right now?
Roll Tide.
Go. Still liking Roll Tide, down 3.
Yes, absolutely.
Andy, who you liking? All right, Andy's big Alabama. Adam?
I had to go with Michigan because I said him earlier, and then I picked him for Riders on the Storm. If you didn't hear my promo for him,
Adam Bama. Hey, did you do a song of the week?
he didn't. He was trying to breeze over it.
Yeah.
Andy checked the tape. He said he did not know.
Okay. I think I have to go with.
See, the reason is because I took Riders on the Storm. He's been playing it on piano.
have
Like
not-
Who
Stop.
let the dogs out?
Not me. Savannah's gonna be pissed.
No, Flacco.
No, I'm gonna go with
Eye of the Tiger. Rainbow in the Dark by
Shut up!
Ronnie
I
James
have it,
Dio.
but you keep talking.
Holy Diver, Ronnie James Dio.
Holy diver.
Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
Anything by Jelly Roll. Christian music. Rain.
Rain, rain, go away.
They told me.
Do it again by Steely Dan.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, that song, every time I play it while I'm driving in my van, I feel like I'm in the 70s, even though my van was made in 2000.
That was made in the 90s.
Hall & Oates.
Well, I
tour-
guess technically it was made in 1999 if it's a 2000 Econoline.
Well, if it's a 2000, it came out in 99, so it was probably being put to a factory in like early 99, maybe even late 98.
What are you guys talking about?
His van. The Shag and Wagon,
the
that is
Teacher's
Clay's
Lounge.
van. Yeah, no, that's what it is. The
Teacher's Lounge, bro. The Teacher's Lounge.
Sitting out back. You've been in the teacher's lounge.
You've been in the teacher's lounge. We've driven the teacher's lounge.
You're looking at me like I haven't ridden in that van 150
You're acting
times.
like you
haven't.
haven't.
Yeah,
you
like you
just
weren't
said, what
in
are we
last
talking
weekend.
about? I
Now
don't know,
you're talking
dude.
about VIN numbers and dates when it was on the industrial line, like it's fucking Ford Model T.
Like it's what?
Industrial Revolution.
What are we on? Did you pick a song of the week yet?
Yeah, I just picked it, dude, again. Now, okay, who's a non-SVC team that's on your guys' radar?
Vinton
right
County.
now?
Vinton County Vikings.
Yeah?
Dogs.
Who they just lose to?
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it was to the Cavaliers.
Well, I was talking about the girls' team.
Oh, you're talking about the girls' team.
They're not doing the hottest, but there's somebody on my radar.
Their girls' team is looking like they are 5th in the division right now.
Wheelersburg.
Well, yeah, that's like Titletown, dude.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Now, I don't know. We got South Webster. They're kind of on my radar, but last time I played South Webster, I beat them by 45 in the convo. Bad.
Dang. He didn't even pick his home school.
You can
They're
find
not
that
even
game on
his
the
radar.
History
Nah,
Channel.
You can. YouTube's History Channel. I don't know, man. I think these Chillicothe Cavaliers are starting to figure it out. They got 3 out of their last 4, like I was just telling you about. So I think that they could do some damage. Hold on, I just had it right here. Their last few games. I wanted to rub it in Adam's face. There we go. Yeah, so they beat Vinton County 65-61. They beat Logan 43-31. They even went out of state and let people in Kentucky know, hey, this is how we play basketball up in Ohio, win 68-47. And there's one man.
Who do they play?
Who do they play in Kentucky? They play Greenup County.
I love that. Lost to
Greenup?
Greenup County once my freshman year. They had just crazy
Greenup?
kids. But yeah,
Greenup?
That was my
County.
New Year's resolution.
Yeah,
Get that
Greenup.
Greenup.
Heck yeah, brother.
Pound it, brother.
Now, there is one big reason why these guys have started figuring out, started getting a turnaround, started getting some wins. It is the freshman phenom that everyone in Chillicothe has been talking about. The one, the only, Caydon Cox. Woo! What's going on, my man?
What's up?
Hey, so we want to talk to you. You know, we know you guys kind of came out of the gates a little slow. Then you started picking up against McLean, Greenup, getting that win against Vinton County. What's been the new, I guess, sauce that you guys have been drinking and getting back on the winning track?
Really just playing with confidence. We haven't played with confidence the whole season, and we started like trusting each other and playing as a team, and then we started getting our wins from there.
Heck yeah, man. And then, so I want to ask you, we kind of talked with Malik London earlier, Chillicothe legend. He was kind of talking about some other Chillicothe legends. Now, I want to ask you, was there anybody that played at Chillicothe before you that maybe you looked up to coming in, growing up in Chillicothe? Or is it maybe like a college or an NBA player that you've kind of looked up to model your game after?
I looked up to like Brandon Knoll when he used to play.
Okay.
I remember watching him play, and he dunked on somebody when I was at one of their games, and it kind of like caught my
Yeah.
eye.
He was a stud down
Dude,
low.
there's something sweeter about being like real humans. You know, you
Yeah.
see it in the NBA, it's one thing, but when you see it in a high school gym,
You-
it's like,
yeah.
damn.
That's what I'm telling you. When Malik dunked on that dude and made him his bitch, I was like, oh my God. That is insane. Now, who's the maybe a college or an NBA player that you're kind of watching right now, maybe modeling your game after?
I'll probably say like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Anthony
Okay.
Edwards, one of those guys.
Hell yeah. Now, we were talking about Garrett Kelly. He used to be a coach there. Now he's at Zane Trace. You got a pretty good coach for you guys over at the Cavaliers and Pat Beard, but he can get a little intense sometimes. How does it getting to play under Coach Beard over there for the Cavaliers?
He just brings the best out of everybody.
Okay.
Like when you're not playing your game, he'll let you know, and then he'll get you to where you need to be.
All right. Now, Tony, I know you had a question about, playing versus lifting that he wanted to ask you if you got a minute, Tony.
Like, a lot of these kids, they want to put some stuff on social media. They want to show them lifting the big weights. They want to do this. Do you feel like you get more out of the weight room translating to the court, or do you feel like just that pure game time, that extra time where you maybe not even stay after practice, but just hit an open gym that you weren't expecting to? What do you think you get more out of, the weight room or we'll say an open gym?
Probably a open gym, because you get to like work on your skill more, and you can maneuver around and learn how to like get around defenders, other than the weight room just getting purely stronger.
Heck yeah,
Now,
man.
You got a Harlem Globetrotter was just on before you, and he said the same thing. He was just a big proponent of, weights are good. You got to keep your strength, but there's nothing more than working on a skill. He said you can always beat a cone. You're out there doing cone drills and things like that. But way to mimic a man that's already been in your shoes.
Is there some other guys on your team that you guys are always just out balling, whether it's the park, the YMCA, whatever you can go? Is that you and some other guys out there just trying to play hoops as much as you can?
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot.
Now, being a younger player, is that harder to kind of get in with those guys? Or?
Sometimes, but sometimes like you can play up to their level and try to prove yourself to them.
Now, I want to ask, whenever I was a kid, my dad always tried to take me to like open gyms of like the high schoolers or go play with his friends that are older. Whenever you were a kid, were you ever trying to play with like the high school kids and stuff like that to try and help develop your game and get used to playing against better opponents to help you in the now?
Yeah, I've always like played up against other kids because I knew that like I would end up having to play them someday, and I wanted to be ahead of like my age group.
Okay, that makes the most sense, man. I mean,
when you're better than your competition, you kind of have to be. There's not a lot of people in his shoes. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. And then,
definitely wasn't me.
Now, when did you kind of figure out that basketball is your thing? I mean, we've seen you play, we've seen your mixtape, we've seen the multiple hospital bills that you have to pay from putting people in the hospital for breaking their ankles. When did you kind of figure out that basketball was kind of your niche?
I'd say probably around 6th, 7th grade. I really started taking it serious and getting in the gym.
Heck
and
yeah.
start like taking it serious. And
was there like a moment where you're like, you just like crossed some kid up, made a shot, and you're like, oh, okay, I think I got this. I think I got what it takes.
There's a couple times that happened, but not too much.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta ask. We talk about you're a freshman, but it seems like your teammates have kind of received you pretty well. You've kind of meshed. It's almost like you've been playing with them for a long time, not just this year. Who's been kind of like one of the seniors or juniors that's kind of taken you under their wing, kind of helped welcome you into to the locker room?
I would probably say Juan Miller or Cam Badger.
Oh, love Juanie.
Yep, they took me under their wing and kind of helped me out through like the stuff that I was struggling with.
Yeah.
And
hey, now I know Coach Beer can be tough. Ask Juan and Cam how much they had to run when I was their 7th grade coach. It was insane, man. Now, like you said, you kind of have grown up watching the Cavaliers and everything like that. What does it mean to you to finally be a Cavalier and put on that blue and white?
It's just like I take it upon myself to like hold it to a higher standard because like you have to respect the Cavs when you're one of them.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know the saying, once a Cavalier, always a Cavalier, right?
Yep.
Hey, now, obviously you're a stud on the basketball court, everything like that. Off the court, what are we doing? We playing some video games? We reading books? What are we doing to enjoy ourselves off the court?
I'll play the game a lot. I'll be playing 2K, and then I hang out with my family. Hang out with my loved ones.
I see those Turtle Beaches behind you there over your right shoulder. You be playing any like Call of Duty or anything like that?
I'll play Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite?
Hey,
okay.
Trevor would be all over that.
Yeah, he would.
Now, hey, who's your go-to team right now for 2K?
Probably the Bucks, the Suns, or
got that Dame Lillard Giannis matchup.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
Hey, that's gonna be unstoppable a little bit. You know,
it'll be tough together.
Now, I want to ask you, who is your favorite college team, NBA team? I'm sorry.
NBA. Probably either the Bucks, the Kings, or the Raptors.
The Kings. Now, where do the Kings come from? Is from? I mean,
De'Aaron Fox.
I was about to say De'Aaron Fox is over there, absolutely letting people know how to play some ball.
Team.
He's on your fantasy team. How's he doing for you on your fantasy?
I'm a big fan.
Big fan.
Injuries bang him up a little bit, but he's been doing well.
Biggest reason I have a soft spot for the Kings myself is going to be White Chocolate, Jason Williams, and Chris Webber.
Yeah.
I just been playing with the Kings.
I got a soft spot for them because they're from Cincinnati. They were the Cincinnati Royals, and then they moved to Sacramento.
That is true.
Became the Kings.
My soft spot is everybody that goes there almost has a bullseye on their chest. It's like Tyrese Halliburton. I'm sad they traded him.
Yeah.
But that being said, going and getting Sabonis and making these types of moves, like they got a lot of guys down there that I'm all right with, and I think I have a lot of talent. I just hope they sign him.
I like Mike Brown as the coach too, man. He's a really good
Knicks
coach.
legend. Knicks, he coached for the Knicks for a little while. Love that.
hey, Knicks with the Kings, man. Can't get better than that. Hey, now I gotta ask you. Let's say that you guys just won the FAC. You guys are all going out. You get to pick what the meal is or where you guys are going. What's your go-to post-game meal after a big win?
Either Roosters or B-Dubs. You gotta get wings after a win.
Hey, I love that. I'm picking Roosters. That Carolina Gold. Oh my God! What sauce you going with?
You gotta get honey barbecue.
You going bone in or boneless?
Boneless.
All right.
Boneless,
All right.
I appreciate it. I like the boneless.
The
Personally.
most practical way.
It is the most practical way
to eat a wing for sure. Okay, so you say you're going with the Bucks in 2K. How is your 2K game? Don't lie to us. Is it good? Is it bad? What's that win-loss record looking like?
I'm pretty good at 2K. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Any of your teammates beat you? Or are you the best on the team?
I'm not the best on the team.
Who'd you say was? Who would you say is best on the team, 2K wise?
Probably he's another freshman, Eshawn Brown. He's probably the best 2K player.
Okay. But, hey, we're gonna have to set it up. 2K tournament for Chillicothe. I mean, that's something I got to see. Now, I want to ask, how's your guys' practices? You know, I know Coach Beard likes to keep it tough. Like I said, I got to have Juan and Cam in 7th grade. And man, do they like to chirp? Is there a lot of trash talk? Is a lot of good one-on-one battles in practice? How's that going?
Like the trash talk, there's a lot of trash talk, but like it's not like trash talk to tear people down. We bring each other up, but it's a lot of competitive practices and going at it and trying to prove each other to everybody.
Heck yeah, man. That's insane. That's just insane because like I love when people can like trash talk and not take it completely seriously. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, I'm just ragging on you because you're not going to go out into a game and miss a free throw and the other way team's going like, oh, darn. Like, no, they're going to let you know that you suck because
you're just saying like you got more than that and stuff like that. Like you could definitely trash talk in a respectful way.
Exactly. Now, how's your summers looking? You playing a lot of AAU basketball?
Yeah, I'll be playing AAU this year for Ohio crossover.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Now I'm guessing college is on your mind to play after high school?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Now, what is one of your biggest? It's early in your career, but what's one of the bigger takeaways going from the junior high level to the high school level? Is it the game speed? Is it the size of people? What is it?
I would say either the game speed, the physicality, or just the confidence.
Okay, you kind of have that little confidence, like, hey, like in 8th grade, we're kind of all on the same level. Coming here now, it's like, hey, this guy's literally, like, he can legally vote. Like,
I think. How tough is it to like blend in with some of those guys that have already been playing on varsity for so long? And maybe not that you're taking their minutes. It's just, you know, everybody wants to win to have a good basketball team. So you belong on the court. But that being said, is it tough meshing? You know what I mean? Was it, or did they already kind of see you coming in and kind of knew? Because even Clay, he talks about guys coming in and just being like, look, like, I know I might be getting bumped down the totem pole a little bit, but we want to be a better team.
Whenever I was a junior, we were looking at Dylan Swingle coming like, yeah, if I have to play less, but we're going to win a lot more, obviously, because this freshman is better than me, you know? Has there been anything like that?
We're like, it don't matter who's on the court. We just want to win. We build each other up a lot, and there's no tearing down or nothing like that on our team.
Hell yeah.
Where's it come from? The guys or the coach, or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both.
Hell yeah. Dude, and I'll tell you what, Juan Miller, he will get in you. So,
dude, I mean, even on the football field to kind of come in and take over the reins and kind of bring Chillicothe back from
the dead.
A season that was not, you know, something they wanted to write home about on the football field, I'm speaking on. But what a kid.
Now, I want to ask, do you guys ever talk about, you know, I know Pat, he's building a great culture there, and you definitely want to keep your eyes forward on what you're doing and stuff like that. Do you guys ever talk about the past, though, about, you know, maybe like what Malik and them did or the 08 state championship team? And because people think, you know, Chillicothe, oh, we're a football school. Chillicothe is a basketball school, man. Through and through. The rich history is through basketball. The fans love basketball way more than they love any other sport there. Do you guys ever kind of talk about the guys that came before you?
Yeah, we talk about them sometimes. We're trying to like bring back their culture and get back to what Chillicothe used to be.
Hell yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm not even plugging it. I'm just saying, listen to the interview we just had with him. You know what I mean? He was just the way he was. I really resonated with him because I feel like we have parallel views, but just how much he talked about playing basketball being the most important thing and playing with guys on your team.
Yeah.
It's just like that's a culture thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not just, let's go to another open gym to hone our skills. That's literally like, let's go play more ball.
Yeah. Hey, now I got to ask, you and the boys ever go down to the courts and run into some Uniota guys and be like, hey, we might not play on the schedule we're playing now for bragging rights?
No, I haven't had to experience that yet, but I feel like that might come sometime in the future.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I remember when there's a couple of years where Uniota and Chillicothe played each other. I felt like I was a state title game, dude. It was intense. It's something that we need to bring back. It was good basketball,
So
good
how
atmosphere.
do we do it?
Couldn't
How
agree
does
with you more, Clay.
We'll talk. Hold this note, but how do we bring it back? We'll talk about it after this. I don't want to ruin this.
We'll figure it. We're going. The Right Way Show is bringing that back.
Yeah.
Caydon, now is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to or a plug to before we let you go here?
Probably DeMarco Washington. He's done all the workouts with me, and he's got me to where I'm at today.
Oh man!
So who is he?
Yes,
he's my brother-in-law, and he's the JV coach at Chillicothe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, kudos to him because whatever he's doing, it's working, man. I mean, insane. We're really excited to see where the Cavaliers are going this year. Got to get out to one of your guys' games and see it in person. It looks like exciting atmosphere, and it's been great talking to you, man. We're excited to see where your
We're
career
rooting
goes.
for you, man. We really
Absolutely.
are.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the unstoppable Caydon Cox.
He's out here, bud.
Woo!
He's out here, bud.
Dude, I'm not lying. I've heard people talking about this kid since he was in like 6th grade. Like, when he's coming, he's coming.
Look, I got a weird angle to this. The way that you spoke to him was just like he was already a varsity player for years. I feel like the questions I had, you were like talking basketball. I'm like, how are you already just rolling in there and being like, okay, I'm part of this team.
Yeah.
And a big part of it.
Dude, I think what it is, it's what Dylan did. So, like, we were all kind of, and Swingler knows this, so I don't care to say this on live or not live YouTube. But we were all kind of worried that he would come in and not have like moxie, like that swagger. We thought he'd be kind of afraid to come in, be like, oh, these guys have been doing good. Now I'm here. I just don't want to mess it up. No, Dylan came in and was like, hey, guys, I'm getting us to where we need to go. We're like, hell yeah, you are. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the same with him. Is he's just walking in here. He goes, look, I'm not here to take your job. I'm not here to say I'm better than you. I'm here because I want to help us get to where Chillicothe wants to be. And that's what I love to hear is what he was like, we want to get Chillicothe back to where it's supposed to be.
That's the easiest way where there's no animosity between anybody is when you just want a W. I don't care if you're not even getting them.
Yeah.
With a little bit of a slow start, now get them. You just sit there.
You're an idiot.
What? I had a call.
I see that. Dude, hold on. Speaking of idiots, have you guys seen these Barstool Sports?
You talking about the high school Barstool Sports?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Oh, my God.
I have to
I'm just super glad that savagery is still a high school thing.
Yes.
Like, they're still,
They-
I
So
love it.
Any parents out there listening to this thinking,
Do
we're
not look
toting
this
the
up.
line?
Turn
They
off
think
right
that
now,
we
parents.
are toting the line. I want you to go to your local high school Barstool Sports, and you will come back to us and say, wow, these guys are mild.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
For real,
our
man.
own kids
I
are
am
giving
talking
the business
Twin
to other.
Towers memes.
They don't even know what that was. Dude, it was insane.
These kids are born after
I
2001.
was like, yeah, a lot of these guys don't even know. They weren't even alive on
Yeah.
this planet for it.
Dude,
But it's been 22.3 years, so it's got the South Park approval. We can make fun of it.
Dude, going back to the Piketon versus Waverly game, that Piketon student section was going for throats. I mean, jeez Louise.
And
That was awesome.
Us being behind the Waverly section, not on purpose, just perfect viewing. That's why you got the great angles that you did. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Derek, you're the man out there.
NBD.
All that being said, they didn't know how to respond.
No.
They were all looking at each other like,
They're like, what do we say to that? There's nothing. Like, that's your answer.
how do we respond? What should we all say together? Nobody could come up with something good enough, so they were just like, damn, man, we got hit again.
Then, dude, the most disrespectful thing you can get hit with as a student section is when the other student section is going, why so quiet? You're like, because we are doing great right now. Like, that was some crazy things. Okay, I'm putting you guys on the spot 'cause I just thought of it. Who do you think has the best bar stool right now? If I'm going off recent memory, that Piketon one was ruthless. But I've seen.
I think that so Piketon recently has had the most ruthless one, but I think the most consistent one might be the McLean.
That one, I was gonna say McLean or Courthouse.
Yeah. Courthouse
Has literally sent me into a frenzy on how hard I've laughed looking at those. I mean, it's insane,
even
man.
The Adina one,
It's so awesome.
I mean,
Listen,
honestly, like the Waverly one. I don't want to be biased.
Just going to like the Ride the Wave, like being on the Ride the Wave Instagram and typing in BA. The first one that pops up is McLean and then Adina. So they are the most active.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Adina's out there with the.
Listen.
Oh my God. Dude, like the first one I see. Like, I think McLean, I'm going to have to say McLean is probably my favorite.
Listen. We all are here to tell you this is all good fun, okay?
This is why high school sports are the best.
Yeah.
Rivalries are still
They
rivalries.
truly hate the other team, and they don't know them. Like, that's the fun. Dude.
I wasn't friends with my cousin Ethan until he graduated because he went somewhere I don't like to say the name of.
Yeah. What's the name of that school?
Hellston, because it's hell.
Dude, this is our mission, is to get rivalries back in sports.
No, I want Chillicothe Union. How does that happen?
Yeah, so we got to talk to the ADs.
The Ride the Wave Classic, the first ever Ride the Wave Classic.
Yeah.
The ADs make that choice?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the Anthony Davises of each school will make that choice.
No, I don't even respect him as a player, so he doesn't.
Yeah, he's hurt all the time.
But yeah, no, we need to give that Chillicothe Union. Dude, Chillicothe's the streak enders. They ended the streak.
Adam Dunn. I can't think of another AD.
Adam Dunn. Alrighty.
Aiden Dunn.
Oh, nice player.
You guys ready to get into our favorite segment?
I thought we already did that. The
Would You Rather? Song's your favorite?
No, you said that. You said
they're all our favorite, Adam. You don't point it out. Alrighty, getting on to our Would You Rather of the day. This is going to be the first one that we're going to be starting off with. Would you rather have telekinesis or telepathy? If you don't know what either one is, viewers, telekinesis is the ability to move things with your mind. Telepathy is the ability to read minds.
I'll take move with my mind.
Oh, 100%.
The reason why, one, it's awesome. But two, like, I don't want to know. Like, that takes away a lot of life.
Could you imagine if we could read minds at Waiver? Waiver
I would read minds enough to make enough money to get to the middle of nowhere where no one would be around me but, like, my family. Like, it's
I don't know if you even want your family sometimes. Like,
well, I'd be the best husband in the world. What you talking about, bud?
Oh, yeah. That's what I get told, too.
If I could read her mind.
Adam, which one are you going with? I just think it'd be so nice to be like, I need that.
Well, I mean, that's what it boils down to is, like, would you rather?
You could move anything.
Yeah, would you want to be like?
You wouldn't even have to move, and you could work out.
Every basketball shot I ever shot would make. Like I'd be in the NBA.
That's true.
Yeah, like literally, like
I'm teleporting every cheeseburger in my damn hand.
I'd be in the NBA and NFL simultaneously. It's just like I'm gonna throw it immediately and just
see. But you could probably make a lot of money off of reading minds.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be more gimmicky because you'd be like one of those guys. It's like, all right, you'd be like, it's like almost like a TED Talk.
It's creepy money.
Like a Chris Angel mind freak money.
Would you want to be
that guy? I don't
guy?
want Chris Angel mind freak money. I want like NFL, NBA money.
If I'm that guy,
but you could be rich with moving stuff too.
No, 100%. But if you're telling me that the moving one wasn't there and I was telepathically,
well, the moving one is there. You get to choose. That's the thing of the would you rather.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the moving one. Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like the Force.
Hey,
it's
that
like,
might be the first one we ever agreed on.
Do you want to read minds or do you want the Force and be a Jedi? Jedi.
Give me
please.
a Jedi, please.
If you can move stuff with your mind, you could make a lightsaber. You definitely.
Oh, you definitely could. Yeah.
Because you could.
That's how lightsabers are made. They move them with their minds.
Well, it's
with
all
the
about
Force.
keeping the the energy in
yeah,
one
the force
location. So
aligned.
if you could move the atoms around the lightsaber,
You ever see
it
anybody
would
other
be
than a
the
Jedi have
correct
a
location.
lightsaber? No.
Okay, going on to the next one. And I'm a lightsaber guy. I just don't think it's because of the mind trick that's why the lightsaber.
No, that's why.
works.
Because if
Well,
not, it would be a gun.
Then,
If you could,
then be a telepath, Clay. Be a telepath. Read the minds of a Jedi and find out if it's true or not.
the ability to stop the energy and keep it as a sword is the whole thing.
Yeah, he's that. Yeah, it
You're
would just be
missing the
shooting little
He
photon
said
blasts.
if not, it'd be a gun.
It would. It'd be like energy. A pew, a pew, a pew.
All right. So, on to the next one then. Would you rather have no air conditioner or would you rather have no heat?
No air conditioning or no heat.
I feel
take
like
no
this has
AC.
to be said. You live in Ohio for this question. Because if I lived in California or Florida or Arizona, I'm obviously not picking heat.
Yeah, let's say it's a 4-season area. We'll take Ohio as a perfect example.
Yeah, 2-season area.
We might even, yeah.
There's 4 seasons in Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's like
summer, hot summer,
it's got to get
cold winter.
this area has to get below 20 at least once, and it has to get above 95 at least once.
All right, yeah,
There's
so
definitely
Ohio.
a spring and fall in Ohio. Like there is,
Cool.
there's
Yeah, I
definitely a
sprained my
4
ankle in fall. That's about the only spring and fall in Ohio. So what are we going with? You live in Ohio, you got to get rid of your AC forever or your heat
I'll do
forever.
the AC.
Okay.
The reason why it's so much harder to make up that heat, it's like I could run a bath. And
I
be-
could just walk, and I'm making up that heat. 'cause
I'm
hot.
an avid drinker.
Yeah,
so
but are
I'm
you gonna walk consistently while you're
warm.
sleeping and freezing your Batuski off?
Have you ever heard of things called blankets?
Now,
and
do you get a
dogs?
heated blanket or not? Because that's not technically like
Any kind of
HVAC.
heated thing to keep you warm.
Yeah, so you got cold ass showers too.
yeah. So it'd be cold water.
Okay. I'm not too mad about cold showers though.
But cold shower, getting out of a cold shower.
A cold
in
shower
the dead
might
of,
entice me to work out more.
well, getting out of a cold shower in the middle of winter. is gonna be
Thermodynamics.
I'm
awful.
just saying, like, if you have to take a cold shower every single time, I'm going to work out and get really hot and sweaty. So when I get in that cold shower, it's going to be like, oh.
And then you step out of the cold shower and it's like
then your wife
negative
judges you.
30 in your house because you'll have no heat.
So hold on. If I lived, say I picked cold and Savannah picked hot, and we lived in the same house, how would that
She doesn't
work?
get to pick.
How would that work?
She would just be always hot and you would just always be cold.
What a wild life. Yeah, I'm picking the cold, man. As much as I hate the cold. Wait. Yeah, no, I would rather never have heat.
He'd rather be cold when it's hot, but he hates it.
Yeah, I'd rather be no heat than never have an AC again, man. Because the first thing that pops in my head is on a hot ass day, you get in your car and the AC doesn't work. The riding with the windows down only works to a certain temperature.
Builds character.
Well, I have enough of it. I have enough character.
Well, I mean, it's a hard one either way.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going with never
Because
having
you-
a heater again.
The way I'm looking
You're
at
going,
it is
hold on, Tony, you're going with
Oh, I'm definitely going no AC.
no AC. So
it's
Adam,
just which way do you want to suffer longer? Do you want to suffer?
I just think
Which
you can
one-
wear blankets and get to sleep and things, but then you're still like living your life just cold as Patutski out.
Well, can
Not
I
in
have?
summertime.
Can I have a fan if I go no AC?
Hell yeah. That is not
No.
AC. There's no coolant. There's no nothing. You get no fans?
Because like that's
no,
like
no, nothing.
that's well
No,
that.
you down.
nothing. That's
I
way
said that
different.
like that's way different because I can't even sleep then because I gotta have a fan if I'm not
that's way
if I'm not drinking
different.
myself to sleep I have to have a fan to like put myself.
Well,
to
then you
sleep.
get no blankets.
yeah. Then
that's
you would
not
get,
fair, then
you
you
would
get
get
no
no
blankets.
blankets. if
Okay,
you,
fine. You get a fan.
See, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
But you only get a small fan, and I get a small blanket.
That's all I need. Straight on the fan. I'll take.
I'm going with the no heat. Adam,
man, because it's the winter time. Like
Let's go.
I'm going no AC. I'm going no AC.
hell yeah.
AC, so you
Terrible
want
pick.
heat.
All right, one
It's
more.
hard. Like I had to put the.
Because like my thing is like that's the extra. You gotta wake up early, or you're gonna be late everywhere because you're gonna have to like scrape your windows. You can't.
And like
no
it still
heat of-
cools down at
Yeah.
night in the summer. I know it could be
Yeah.
awful.
And I get a fan, so like I'll be fine. I'll be fine in the summer.
Okay, here's the one.
I live in a basement.
Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance along to every song you heard?
Dance all day.
God, yes, dance easy money. Dance.
No, hold on. Let's put this into practicality with, let's just say our
An
jobs.
elevator?
No, hold on.
No, the elevator's
You're
the perfect.
you're serving a tray of drinks, and a song comes on. You instantly got to start dancing. Throw the
I'll
Hold
tell you
on,
this right
how
now.
obnoxiously? Don't you get to carry the tray and give a little?
Yeah, you can get a little.
You're dropping the tray.
Well,
Me?
first off, I never carry a tray because I'm bartender. I just put all my drinks on the bar, walk to the other side, and just.
See, hold on, but in Applebee's, you would be nonstop dancing or nonstop singing because
Nope, I got control of the music, so I'll be like, I gotta get somebody drinks.
So
turn
how
the
do you
music
take
off.
an order?
Yeah, because if you're singing the whole time, you're just singing over top of them the entire time. Like, you can't even ask them for their order. You just walk up and you're just like,
hello,
singing.
can I get your order?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not even doing that. You're just walking up like,
Can
California
you take
cake.
me high?
Yeah, you know what I'm
Sir, I
saying?
just want mashed potatoes.
That's
with
what I'm
my
saying.
steak. So you have to go. You
We're
have to go
blind.
dancing.
Yeah,
See,
just dancing.
I don't know though.
Especially
I feel like if you
Can I
sing,
take your order, sir?
the singing.
I
Yeah,
feel like
mashed
this-
potatoes is
I
great.
feel like
I
with
love
singing
that.
though, you could at least sing so much that you just become good at it and make millions.
Well, if you're dancing, people will be able to
Until
be
your
like, "Ha, that's
vocal
funny."
cords
you
are
should
trash.
goofy."
You're just like,
Oh
I put in my-
no! That's the key. You lose your vocal cords.
I put in my hands-free device and it's time to start the day.
Well, I've been smoking cigarettes. That was
Hey, if you
to
lose
be
your
a
voice, you
cheerleader.
still have to sing when music comes on. So you're just singing with a raspy voice.
no,
That's
I'm
like,
doing the dance. either
yeah,
way.
it's dancing easy. That's easy money.
Especially because like people will like you. Like a song comes on and you're like, oh,
For a
hey,
minute.
ah,
For a minute.
No,
Stop,
I
stop.
think that like so if I had to deal with somebody dancing next to me the whole time or singing next to me, if John danced instead of sang, Clay, we wouldn't have talked about
And that is why I'm gonna pick dancing.
Yeah.
That's
mean,
the
like-
kicker right there. Picking dancing. All right. Do we have time for one more or draft?
We have time for one more.
All right.
It's not live, Clay. As far as I'm concerned, we got 18 minutes
All
left.
right. Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
Oh. Memories. I'm losing my memories. Easy. I can watch every movie that I've ever loved again and never remember it. I constantly get to read my favorite books again and relive them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but if
picking
you
that.
think about it, I'm never going to see my dad again, but I could remember my dad.
But that would make you sad. Now, if you never remembered it, you'd never be sad again. So every tragedy that ever happened to you, boom, gone. You never. It's like it never happened.
But you're gonna have a
I
tragedy-
rather would have lived than to never live at all.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather lose my sight. Can't you?
I
get
want my
paid
memories.
for
I
that?
want my memories.
Oh, dude, hold on.
Are you guys just walking around blind?
Hold on.
You guys are gonna be blind and sad. I'm gonna be happy.
Hold on.
You know what I can still do when I'm blind? Eat.
Hold
so
on.
I'll be fine.
Hold on.
True.
Do I still know like how
probably
to play
tastes better.
piano and stuff blind?
Dude,
Do you know how
are
to do
you
it?
kidding me?
You know how to play
Stevie
it right now.
Wonder, Ray
No,
Charles.
no. Like I don't have to relearn. Like I know
Oh, who cares about relearning? You got
Me.
plenty of freaking time. You can't walk.
me. I can walk.
He
I
can
just
walk.
can't
He
see.
can see.
What the heck? You can't walk because you're blind, idiot. You can't go.
You might as well wheel you up to a wheelchair because you ain't moving, bud.
What? Hey, why is your grandpa in a wheelchair? He's blind.
You guys are dumb. Do you know why you can't walk? Because you can't remember how to walk. What, do you got to teach yourself how to walk every time?
Wait, what?
The question is, would you rather lose your memory? If you don't know if you can't remember
That's
shit, then
muscle
how-
memory. We're talking about like memory.
So what do you
Hey,
remember?
Jason Bourne doesn't remember anything, but he knows how to walk. He knows how to kick ass.
Huh?
Jason Bourne, it's a movie series. People know what I'm talking about. Maybe not young kids, but like,
5 people watch this
People
show.
know that shit.
people know the Jason. It's got Matt Damon's in it. Matt Damon's in it. Okay.
It's got a Damon's in it?
No,
I
Matt,
never ate there.
Yeah, Matt
I'm
Damon
blind.
writes.
I'm blind for sure.
So you're going blind? I think I'm going blind too.
Never watching another movie. Nah, can't be me. Can't be me.
You can still read.
Hold on,
books,
there are
too.
actually a lot of benefits to the memory thing. Now,
Well, how much do you
Yeah, you
remember?
just- you
This is the whole thing. Like, I still want my family. I still want my.
well, you'll have them. You just will wake up every day and be like, who are these random people in my house?
Yeah.
So
no.
it's like
this my
it's like a
house?
51st date scenario, but like from the time that you started living, not from like right now.
Yeah.
Nah.
But then you would have had to have been blind your whole entire life, so that would have changed. Maybe you don't know how to play piano.
I think I'm going with blind.
Yeah, but piano. You're probably a better piano player because you know sound. Like,
Yeah, I'm
there's
definitely going blind.
There's a reason why, like, even like Bach or somebody like that, they went blind later. Maybe it was Amadeus or whatever. But
So
I know Beethoven was deaf.
okay, for the next one, do you guys want to
got no
go
vibration.
with
It's crazy.
superheroes, or do you want to go with something different?
Wait,
You
what?
pick superheroes or not superheroes.
For what?
I think
The next Would You
Derek
Rather.
should pick.
Andy?
What should the draft be?
Well, it's not the draft. It's the next Would You Rather, Tony.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, would you rather
Derek should
team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
Would I rather team up with who?
Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel? I know who I'm picking.
Wonder Woman?
Wonder freaking
What are we
Woman.
doing on this team up?
Fighting evil. Adam.
I'm picking Wonder Woman in both scenarios.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure. That's easy.
Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to go into the draft. How about you guys?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Now, it is bowling season as Michigan is up 13 to 10 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. So we're going to be drafting our favorite bowl games today.
Was that a fart noise or just a laugh?
I don't know what
You're gonna be like,
happened
what's
to
your
me.
favorite bowl? Cereal.
I hate you. More than
I
anything.
don't know.
Adam.
Come on, who knows 4 bowls?
There's like 50 of them.
No, there's
Adam,
way more than that.
you're on up first. I feel like there's a clear 101. Which one are you picking?
Rose Bowl.
Yep.
That's the number one pick. That is
Yeah.
absolutely the number one pick for me. Is
That
the Rose
is
Bowl.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, it's one of my absolute favorite bowls.
Just the whole
Yeah.
vibe around it, like
The what?
it's
The
always
Rose
a
Bowl.
big game. It's always a good
It's in
game.
the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Like that was the selling factor as a kid. And then as
Yeah.
I got older, I knew like the importance of it. And like it's a New Year's Day 6 bowl.
Yeah.
Now it's part of the college,
college
football,
football playoff.
which I think it's cool that they keep changing the
Yeah.
ones that do that. But yeah.
I think I am going to have to go with the Orange Bowl as one of my favorites.
See that I was gonna try to put down as my second round, but that's because I didn't think it was gonna. I thought there was a couple more that would go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Orange Bowl just because I like oranges; they're amazing. 2, I always feel like it's super colorful. It's just like really.
Well,
the one problem I have with the Orange Bowl is I feel like it's like one New Year's Six bowls that there's normally a blowout.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite things is
Georgia.
I do like the trophy because it'll be like the trophy itself is kind of like a bowl almost that you put a bunch of oranges in.
Yeah. All right, so Tony, who you going with your first bowl?
Fiesta!
That was
See, I had that one on my board as the number 3 going off. I think I'm gonna get my number 2.
I had a problem going
the hell
between
does that
and
mean?
Orange Bowl.
Fiesta!
I like the Fiesta Bowl because I felt like where we live in Ohio, like growing up, Ohio State was in the Fiesta Bowl almost like every single year. So I felt like it was just always on. Notre Dame was in it a lot. So
That is the sole reason I picked it.
The Big Ten team that lost the conference championship usually went to the Fiesta Bowl as opposed to
No, it was a BCS national championship as well.
well, yeah, that would have been before.
Dude, it used to be you have the Fiesta Bowl, and then you had the BCS championship at the Fiesta Bowl. You remember that?
Yeah, that- yeah,
Because you'd
that
have
was-
the Rose Bowl, but then you'd have
But
the
then they
championship
did
at
a
the Rose
pick
Bowl.
one for a long time.
Yeah.
Where it was like, now it's the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
And that was the BCS. and,
Yeah.
Like rolls and kinds.
All right, so Tony, you have one more pick. What are you going with for your second one?
I like Chick-fil-A a lot.
The Chick-fil-A Bowl? Damn, I really thought I was going to be able to sneak that one.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A Bowl. That's a good one.
Now open on Sundays.
I think I got to go with another big one, so I'm just going to take... Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not overthinking. Yeah, I got to take the Sugar Bowl. Just
Yeah,
'cause-
see, that was my number 2. I thought it was gonna be straight off the board. It was gonna
Nothing
be
ever happens in that
Rose
game.
Sugar Fiesta.
Google best Sugar Bowl of all time.
For me, it's
Nothing.
It's Florida versus Cincinnati, a complete blowout. Tim Tebow's last game as a Gator.
Dude, one reason that I picked the Orange Bowl, and you'll like this, is because one of my favorite national championship games I've ever watched was the Oklahoma-Florida one in the Rose Bowl, Sam Bradford versus Tim Tebow.
Yep.
All right, so Adam, you got 2 picks here. What are you going with? You have the Rose Bowl. You got 2 more.
Oh, I just had it. It just. Oh, what is it? I literally just lost it. So yeah, I'm lost. I can't remember. So I'm gonna go with the Gator Bowl.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. It's back. And my number 2 pick, which should have been the first one, is going to be the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, I knew there was
The
a
Cotton Bowl, yeah.
I knew
That
there
was
was another
definitely the
bowl
one
game.
that I didn't even think sugar. I thought cotton as my
Yeah,
number 2, but I wanted to check
the Sugar Bowl now is what the Cotton Bowl used to be like coming up. But I think the Cotton Bowl slowly starting to get its traction back. It was a national championship back in the day. I want to say that.
Well, you got to think, too, the Cotton Bowl originally was Texas, Oklahoma, playing in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, well, then it was still also a bowl. So, like, in like this, I want to say there was a. He went to the Browns, but he played for Syracuse. It was like right after Jim Brown.
They made the Express.
The Express. They made a movie about
yeah.
it. Syracuse went to a national championship. They played in the Cotton Bowl. Yeah. So that's gonna have to be mine.
I can't think of his
Ben
name.
Jarvis Green Ellis.
Maybe. Honestly, probably you could say it. I'm still not going to say it. I think his name was also Jim. So I'm going to. All right. So you got the Rose Bowl, the Gator Bowl, the Cotton Bowl. I got the Orange Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. I got to go with the Alamo Bowl. Just because I feel like there's always been a lot of good. Oh, no.
No.
Ah, damn it.
Derek,
I'm
Andy.
going-
Ernie Davis.
I'm
Duke's name was
going with
Ernie
that-
Davis.
I'm going with the Alamo Bowl. And I'm just hoping that my other 2 come back to me because I was going to say something, but I realized it was the Alamo Bowl. So, Tony, you're up. You got 2 picks. We're going 5 rounds.
I get 2.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger, baby!
Asshole!
It's my damn name.
Tony the freaking Tiger.
I will
Bowl.
say this, side note about Tony the Tiger. I got a spoon out of a Frosted Flake box like 13 years ago,
Still
and
have
I
it.
used it as my coffee stir. Still to this day is my coffee stir. It's on top of my coffee pot. It's been there for 13
That's
years.
awesome. All right, you got one more.
You can ask my wife. It hasn't been washed once. She gets pissed about it. And R&L Carriers Bowl.
RNL?
Yeah, the reason why my sister works there, she's a dog. They sent her down there because they
Oh, that's
said,
cool.
hey, everybody that's awesome gets to come down here. And they do like a concert apparently, so she got like an REO Speedwagon concert while getting the R&L Bowl. And they apparently like combine concert and R&L Bowl. So it sounds pretty savage.
Hell yeah. All right, so my next one, since you took
I didn't
my
take
Tony
shit.
the
It's my
Tiger Bowl,
name.
I'm taking the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Patata.
Just because it's played on Boise State's field.
It's a patata.
It's a potato. Alrighty, Adam, you got the Rose Bowl, the Gator Bowl, the Cotton Bowl. You are down to your last 2 picks to round out your team.
So I'm gonna be the only person that's gonna solidify 3 New Year's Six bowls. I'm going with the Peach Bowl.
Man, who played in the Peach Bowl this year?
I have no
Was
clue.
that Ole Miss and Penn State? I don't know. I didn't even hear about it. All right, Peach Bowl.
And then my last pick, United States Armed Forces Bowl, because you gotta love the troops.
Well, we all know
Hashtags love the troops.
We all
I
know
love the
Adam
troops.
hates the troops.
I don't hate the troops. That's never been a thing. I love the troops. I love the
He
troops.
loves the troops. It's just less than everyone else.
Adam looked me right in the eyes one time and said, "I hate the troops."
No. Love the troops. Hate the national anthem. Waste
Oh,
your time.
hater! Wow,
Yeah.
hates the troops.
Love
All
the
right,
troops.
I'm
Love
gonna
the
go
troops.
The
with-
national anthem equals troops.
No, it
My
doesn't.
last bowl is basically 100% because of Jadeveon Clowney, the Outback Bowl. Whenever he literally murdered that Michigan running back after it should have been South Carolina ball anyways. One of the greatest tackles I've ever seen in college football. Got to take the Outback Bowl 100% because of that reason. Couldn't name one other moment, teams that have played in the Outback Bowl, but that one. So, Tony, you got the Fiesta Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Bowl, the Tony the Tiger Bowl, the R&L Carriers Bowl, and the...
My turn.
Yes, that's why I just said your name. And
The
named
Tax Slayer Bowl.
There was a wasabi bowl, which I kind of wanted. There really was. I swear to God. One, I looked at it again, but I did see it earlier. But I'll take Duke's Mayo.
Duke's Mayo. All right.
Duke's Mayo, one, because I respect the product.
Two,
You know what
did
I
you
mean.
see him last year chugging it? The winners chugged like
It's
a thing
more of a
mayo.
gulp.
Whatever it was disgusting. Now, a couple that made my list was the Pinstripe Bowl. I almost took them. And then The Cheez-It Bowl.
The Cheez-It Bowl, the Pop-Tart Bowl.
I was going to say the Pop-Tart Bowl.
The GoDaddy Bowl is another one.
You know, I always thought GoDaddy was something else whenever we were growing up.
I know, dude.
It was
bummed me out
the
so
Danica
hard.
Patrick
As I'm looking through
ads
the list,
were very
the
confusing.
Scooter Frisco's coffee
My
bowl.
father-in-law has a bowl game?
There's one that's it's like the Music City.
The Music City Bowl?
Yeah, the Music City Bowl. I thought there was something before, but yeah, it's in like Nashville every
Yeah.
year. Yeah, that's another one that I really like.
Dude, what's the other one? There's like a Fenway Bowl now too, where they play on Fenway Park.
That's the wasabi.
That's the Wasabi Bowl.
Dude, hold on.
That's
guys
the,
keep talking.
That's
Hold
the
on.
wasabi.
Are we still waiting on Tony's last pick?
No, we're all done.
Okay.
Yeah, he did the
Wasabi
Christmas
Fenway Bowl, baby.
bowl. We all know who that baby is.
Better be shaking them cowbells,
Baby.
because tonight we're going to be scoring some points. Best call from Tony.
All right, so I think that's going to be the best way. Guys, this is our first show of the new year on the first day of the new year. Congratulations.
Happy 6 months.
Yes,
happy 6 months. Haven't seen you
Most
guys.
of my
Haven't done a
relationships-
show since last year.
Dude,
Feels like it's been forever.
It's been a year since I've seen you guys. Isn't that wild?
Don't hit me with that, jokes.
It's been since last year.
Don't hit me with that.
You can't say it's been a year. It's
Don't
been
you
since
dare.
last year.
Don't you dare hit me with that, jokes.
Okay, Dad.
But it's only been 6 months and we did everything we did. We're talking NFL play.
Now, we would let you know what to be impactful for this week, but we still don't know what game we're going to. It's been a back and forth. There's a lot of good games, a lot of good matchups, so be looking for the socials on that to see where we're going next.
Side note, we really battle it out. Like,
Yeah.
we don't just be like, oh, let's just
Go to
possibly
this
go-
game. Like, it's intense.
It's kind of just like, I don't.
How are we not going to go to them? Well, how are we not going to
Somebody
go to
pulls
them?
out- we've been
Decisions
at
that were made
4-12.
for us to end up at the Piketon Waverly game, we had a couple options on our plate. I
Yeah.
think it was between them, the Classic.
The
so
West,
And they
Westfall
reached
Circle
out
game?
to us.
Yeah.
Another thing about Waverly Homer. Shut up.
Shout out Ben Lauderback.
Yeah,
He is the
Ben
whole
Lauderback. Owner of
Mr. Piketon,
yeah.
Mr. Half Court Shot is the reason that we were there. So I want to give him the credit where credit is due. But, guys, I think that's a good wrap-up for our 6-month anniversary show. How about you?
I think
Yeah.
it was too. Great show.
All righty. Make sure that you're following us on our socials at Ride the Wave Show on Instagram, at Ride the Wave Show 2023 on Twitter, and make sure you're liking, subscribe. See you later. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
RTWavesports.com.
.com.